5 goals and got it to 1. And you're going, all right, hell, this 6-4 game will keep some extra Americans around, little scoring. All the Americans sitting around watching, what's this sport all about? But anyway, and I'm still not sold that, like, England's going home going, we finished third. We got the bronze for the World Cup. Probably not going to excite their fan base over there of people. So anyway, besides all that stuff, big win for Inter Miami. Great run. Messi, not much yesterday, but a really good tournament. Rodrigo, DePaul, the two of them coming back. And by the way, they get right back at it. I didn't realize till I looked it up last night. MLS back in action. I believe Wednesday and Saturday, Inter Miami will be back playing games. So quickly back to work and back at it.
We have any word yet on Messi when we can expect to see him in action down here?
Yeah, isn't that funny? He just played this.
Yeah, I'm guessing he's to take a breather, right?
I would think they would. Yeah.
Boy, he was emotional yesterday, huh?
That was it, man.
Yeah.
I was glad they gave him some time, but yeah, I was thinking, you're 39. It was great that you actually came back because there was talk after the last one he was going to be too old. That was going to be it. And at 39, man, he's been he was one of the best stories in the tournament. He really was. Of all the great players from around the world and teams, he was a hell of a story. And I just think I think a lot of people are saying, hey, I'm going to take my kid and we go to an Inter Miami game, and I want to see Messi play now that we've seen what he can do and reminded of it, in case you're just getting tired of those little shots on local news of a 5-second goal there. You got to see a lot of Messi in this tournament. It was good stuff. Hey, by the way, I mean, when we are just getting started, man, because LeBron, trust the process. Not sure when I'll make the decision. It's coming soon. Well, I don't know if it's coming soon. And everybody around him, which, by the way, this has become hilarious for everybody in our business, in our sleazy business, trying to break this story and trying to get an early jump. And now we've got him going to about 4 different places, right? Everybody's rotating their feelings by things that he said and trust the process. Is that a Riley thing? Was Riley a trust the process thing? Because that's the latest.
I think that was the Sixers thing, but
Sixers thing.
Yeah, this is getting a little rough here, and yes, every time, like, my buddies just keep sending me, they go, sources tell us LeBron to Miami, done deal, 1-year deal, and it's a guy who covers the NBA who's got 1,000 followers on Twitter. Like some guy who's got a podcast from his basement.
Well,
someone will be right, Joe. There's only a few options here.
Well, there is. Somebody will be beating their chest when this is done. But it is, boy, after the weekend, you're going, damn, this is the best I felt about LeBron coming to Miami, listening to everybody. And Adam Silver, the commissioner of the NBA, said, hey, man, LeBron, ain't no pressure, but we sure would be, we'd really appreciate, from my standpoint, so I can put schedules together.
Yeah, that's kind of wild, isn't it?
How about they're going to networks?
Yet? Yeah,
because networks are going, we want them. We want them. We want this game, that game, but they're waiting for all these final rosters to be done, and they want to put him. Listen, he's going to be great for business, and I couldn't help it. I woke up Saturday night into Sunday morning wide awake at 4 o'clock. I had a little sweat, one of those little sweats. Haven't been sleeping well. Went to the doctor for it, and I go, wow, Giannis, Bam, LeBron, Wiggins, and Davion Mitchell were all sitting around. I was in this dream. I was talking to them about they're in first place in the East late in the season. It was the weirdest dream, and we were out there. They were shooting around, and there was LeBron and Giannis talking to each other. I went, wow, this is a hell of a starting 5. Anybody else have that dream out there? Giannis, Bam, LeBron, Wiggins, and Davion Mitchell. And if you didn't like that, we could put Portis or Hardaway or Pella Larson might get some starts too in there. And then how about this one? It's not just that. DeMar DeRozan, he's not going to do anything until he figures out what LeBron's doing, see where he fits into this. Klay Thompson and all the buyout guys, by the way. There could be 3 or 4 guys looking to teams would love and have already talked to their agents. Yeah, we'd love to do a little buyout with you and get you out of here, save some money. And Klay Thompson, saying, hey, I wouldn't mind playing in Miami either. They need a shooter with all those big guys. So it's gotten very interesting to see, man. I hope everybody's hanging in there. I know it's not easy. I know everybody's frustrated, especially in the 5 markets that have been mentioned with LeBron for the last month plus. But we'll see what happens, man. This is going to be interesting. By the way, the other story, I turned it over. It's going back and forth yesterday between the soccer match and the Marlins, who were hanging in there 1-0 in their game, and getting some great pitching from Yuri Perez. Another. I'll tell you what, Yuri Perez, who won, he was fighting with one guy. He's trying to get him. The guy was fouling off. He throws 101 mile an hour fastball to strike a guy. Went with the heater. Had 6 shutout innings, 9 strikeouts. It's a 1-0 game. It's looking good. They got out of a couple of jams, get a nice double play ball, line drive to the shortstop, Sanoha, and all these things were going their way. And you're like, all right, can you get a 1-0 lead? And didn't go so well there, Jamie, in the bottom of the ninth. 3-run homer ends it as Milwaukee, who has been playing really well, I believe either the best or second best record in the National League, real close with the Dodgers, end up getting the sweep. So they've lost 6 straight games on their way to Houston last night to play the Astros starting tonight for a 3-game series. But my God, we're just 10 games over 500, and all of a sudden you're, after 100 games, 52 and 48 this morning. We had something else happen too that there are certain things in individual sports. Listen, man, individual sports, one thing that's great about them, you got nobody to blame but yourself. There's no, he dropped the ball, this guy blocked, this guy needs help, he can't do it by himself. That's what I love about tennis and golf, to be quite honest. I mean, that's the thing. There's nobody to blame, man, when you're out there. And I hear these doubles guys bitching with each other and see guys walk off, especially when they get a little older, and guys are mad at each other for the guy not covering where he was supposed to, and you got to get that. But when you play singles or you play golf, it's you. It's not your hitting coach. It's not your putting coach. It's not your wife. It's not your psychology coach. It's not any of that stuff. It's just you. Yesterday, when we get one of those stories and we get a guy that nobody thought was going to win. Nobody thought he was going to win. His name's Ryan Fox. I had to look it up because I'd never heard of him. He's won a couple of tournaments, Woody, but again, one of those guys on the PGA Tour. Who is that? We've done that a lot from New Zealand. 11-foot putt to win the tournament yesterday on 18, and he drills it. But it was his answer that was so unbelievable about he was shaking. He was just trying to get it close to the hole. He said, I just wanted to get it close to the hole. He goes, I can't even tell you how, my nerves. And it was just like, the guy wins, first of all, he wins $3-point-something million. This, by winning a major, puts him in every tournament he ever, anything that's going on now, this guy, Ryan Fox, is in the tournament. And you got some of the best players in the world that are chasing you all day. Scotty Scheffler, who all of a sudden, I think he put all his putters in the refrigerator because they are ice cold, man. That dude could not be the high school guy in a putting contest right now. It's so bad for the guy that's number 1 in the world. And you got that going on. Anyway, Ryan Fox wins this tournament, and his reaction. And I knew usually if a guy's in the hunt, he'll fly his wife over. If you follow this golf thing, these guys will fly their wife over. If like, hey, honey, I'm in shape. You know, I'm a stroke out of the lead. I got a chance. I'm playing really well. Why don't you guys fly over? And it'd be great to have you here. So I'm waiting when this guy wins yesterday, makes this putt, and you realize he got nobody with him. Nobody. He's on the phone after the scorecard going, honey, I won. Did you see? And they're listening to the conversation. How the kids, what's going on? And the guy had moved from New Zealand to Florida. I don't know where he lives in the state of Florida. We got 3 big golf areas, the Jacksonville area, the Orlando, and, of course, Jupiter area, Palm Beach, where all the golfers, most of them live, not all of them, but a lot of them. And he's making that home. But it was just so weird because these guys usually are coming off, and here comes his mother and father. Here come the kids giving him a hug. Come here, Dolly. Oh, my gosh, she's 2 years old. She's a pride of my life. My man walks off. There's nobody. I kept waiting for some girl to pop out that looked like his mother, his aunt, a wife, the wife look with the glasses on, hugging him. And I went, this guy, he didn't think he's going to win this tournament. And did you see his reaction? That was the club pro in Davie getting invited to play at the Masters and wins it. He was like, I can't believe this. So anyway, it was fantastic. It was a great day for the underdogs. I think he's ranked 56 in the world. He has won some tournaments, but obviously winning that thing over there, the Open Championship on those golf courses. By the way, that'd be brutal to play in. How about getting out of one of those bunkers? How about trying to get out of one of those nasty bunkers? Hell, those guys are struggling to get out of them. Anyway, we've got a lot of stuff. We got rookies reporting this week, veterans next week for the Miami Dolphins. The Canes will be starting up here. We've got all kinds of other stuff going on here this morning to get to. We'll get you caught up on all the news here. But, yeah, yesterday was incredible to watch this guy that I'm convinced really didn't think he was going to win that. I think he was thinking, let me cash out big in this tournament. Let me get a top 5 in this tournament. And he wins it. He friggin' wins it with all the guys fighting to get their first major. And this guy, Ryan Fox, gets it done. Incredible. Great story. Anyway, we got a lot more stuff to get to here this morning as we continue on a Monday. And football, everybody, is right around the corner. So anybody complaining you want your football, there's a lot of it on the way, man. Rookies will be this way. I see somebody open camp. I think Seattle already opened rookie camp. So, yeah, it's rolling. Hey, if you're looking for a truck that's built for Florida work and for Florida fun, I got to tell you, I hope this weekend you stop by your South Florida Chevy dealers, especially you guys who get up real early in the morning. Got a full day. Got to get this job done. It's you and that truck. That's how you make a living. Been doing that for a long time. We got a durable dog for you, man, right now. It's your South Florida Chevy dealers, man. Chevy Colorado, let's start with that. I call it the South Florida truck, man. It's got a little bit of everything for you. It really does, from the Colorado Custom to the ZR2, really everything you could need. But let's get into Chevy Silverado with the custom Trail Boss to the Silverado EV with 10 models and 4 powerful engine choices. Silverado delivers an impressive balance of strength, dependability, and efficiency. So if you're looking for a truck, and I always say this, it's like they've custom-made a truck perfect for your lifestyle. But if you need strength and you need something that works the way you do and works until the job is done, and sometimes that might be 3 weekends in a row you're still working, you got a lot of choices. Silverado HD, the powerful LTZ with premium style and substance to match. Or you can go with the biggest, our Chevy Silverado HD High Country for the best of Florida life. Chevy's got a Florida truck for you. Check it out. Visit your South Florida Chevy dealers today.
560 WQAM.
of the leaders. And again, I don't know, but I got to tell you, it'd be worth the wait if we're talking about a press conference later this week where LeBron's coming down here and joins Giannis and Bam and Wiggins and all the rest of those guys. You're going, hey, I think we just about got enough to make a little run in the East, because that's how I feel if we get LeBron. If we get LeBron with Giannis and Bam, you're no longer just a top potential 4 team in the East, staying healthy, of course. But you got a chance. You got a chance. And, hey, man, you get him, and all of a sudden you might get somebody else coming in on the cheap that wants to be here. DeMar DeRozan, Klay Thompson on a buyout, one as a free agent. That could happen, to go with your bench and Portis and Hardaway and Larson and Jovic and whatever else they might be adding to this roster. So anyway,
isn't it funny we're doing this like 16 years later?
I know
We're doing the same thing again.
Never thought. I thought that was it. When he left, I went, okay, go to Cleveland, go to LA, and God bless you. And you know what? You got, whatever you do. And it's amazing. I got part of the people going, just make a damn decision. It's enough. And the others are going, hell, if we get him, we're going to be pretty good shape. You notice all the teams that are kind of waiting on him aren't saying anything. They're going, it's worth the wait if we can get him. And then, of course, there's the other ones that are going, hey, he needs to go here. You can't go around chasing. You need to go home and play. Screw you. Who came up with that? I got to go to Cleveland and finish it out. Just because he can live in Cleveland and Akron anytime he wants. Hell, he's got a big house there already. He can go back there anytime he wants. He feels like, you know what? I need to get out of the cities. I need to get back to the thing I grew up with. Sometimes you get somebody like that. I don't know. I've been thinking about mine. I'm not ready to do that.
The funny thing is he signs 1-year contracts everywhere he goes.
Yeah.
So we'll do this again next season.
Probably.
Next offseason.
Well, they have said, it's funny you said that, because his agent, who has been the talking piece every day, has said, and by the way, don't make this the last. We're going to see how this one goes.
Oh, yeah.
We don't want to completely shut the door on this. Could be it, because
maybe he does a year here and then he can do his farewell tour in Cleveland. I'd take that.
Not me. I'm a pig. Just stay here.
Oh, you want him to just finish his career?
Just finish it here.
You want to sign a 5-year deal?
Just stay here. Whatever he's got. I don't think he has
Play
much.
Till he's 50.
I don't think he's going to try that. He really has done everything. He's won championships. He's never going to catch Bill Russell for all the championships. He's never going to catch MJ at 6. It's just not going to happen.
The problem with LeBron, too, is I wonder, what is he going to do when he retires? Guy's been playing professionally since he was, 18?
Oh, I think that first year out will be a tough one. I don't think.
He's not going to go on TV and be a broadcaster or any of that kind of stuff. He's going to be lost without basketball his entire life.
I think most of those guys, I can't speak for all of them, but I can speak for one guy. It's really hard to hang it up. No matter what, you think you can still play. Because when they finish, they still go, I can still throw it, or shoot it, or I can still.
Been playing televised games since he was 16.
I got it. Yeah, he has. Going back to high school. You're right. We got his games on high school.
He's got his production stuff and his whatever else he does.
No. But what has made you and the camaraderie and the whole routine is addicting. It's an addiction, especially for guys that are that good. Especially for guys that are that good. Look at, man, it's the ultimate bonding sport. It's the ultimate, he's a competitive guy, and that doesn't leave, and he's going to need to find something, which will probably be golf. I see he's taking up golf now, and that takes care of some of that, because you do get in competitive games. You can play for money, and you can play different golf courses, and you work your ass off like you do in basketball. You do that, hitting golf balls every day and that. But yeah, those guys that are really competitive they can't just turn that thing off. You're right, Woody. You can't just turn it off. Give you a list of guys, man, and Tom Brady. I feel like Tom Brady still needs to, kind of get in there, be part of something where he can compete.
Brady feels like I know he looks like he's having a lot of fun, but it does feel like he's kind of struggling a little bit, right? He's doing
Yes.
so much different stuff.
And dude,
He's out of
please,
Fanatics Fest fighting Logan
I
Paul.
know, stop. Like,
yeah.
so here's the thing. I it's funny you said that. It's just me, and Tom Brady can do whatever the hell he wants. I don't care. But now you're like going up at this Fanatics thing where you're actually, you might for everybody that goes that thing, you might be the best of anybody at the most popular sport. You might be the greatest to do it, and you're up there slapping some dude that's like nothing. Like, what are you doing? I mean, I get you want to get involved now in the WWEFG and all that stuff, but like I just like, you're Tom Brady, bro. You have a lot of fun, do a lot of things, but what are you doing? Slapping this guy? Now every time you show up, you're going to slap the guy. All right, we get it. You guys going to be doing something in wrestling, and you're going to be a big get for the wrestling. But I'm like, I don't know, man. You're an owner of a team. You're the what you just did in the league at 44, 45 years of age. What are you doing, man? And I get it. You want to stay in it. But you got the biggest, fattest contract Fox ever given out to anybody in that business of broadcasting. You've got all your own. You got a production company. You got all this stuff. You just now you own a piece of a team that you got such a great deal on it. People are going, how the hell that thing's going to make you a lot of money. You're really involved in it. The league has allowed you to be in. What are you doing out there wrestling and slapping some whatever he is? Like, and trying to, like, I don't get it, man. Okay, whatever. I mean, you want to do it once and get out there. I get the other guys do it, but you're Tom Brady. What are you doing, man?
I think I'm trying to figure out what to do.
Yeah,
man.
maybe you're right. Maybe that all ties into this.
Like, imagine
stuff,
LeBron, like, again, like, what the hell is he going to do when he retires? He's so used to doing this.
And it's not
Guy's
about
41 years old. He's been doing it. He's been in the NBA since he's 18.
He's worth worth one on his way to $2 billion. He really has everything he need, everything. But you're right. There's one thing when you go home. Hey, how about that just changing? Guys tell me, hey man, all of a sudden you're home every day instead on that road for that week, or you're used to going to camp and now camp starts and you're not there. Getting to hang out with your new teammates and all the stuff, the camaraderie you build and the media being around you, even though you say you hate the media and stuff, everybody, and now all of a sudden you're not part of it. Nobody's talking about you. And you're sitting at home, and now all of a sudden you try to sleep in. Yeah. Now you're spending more time than you ever have with the one you love. That's not easy. Everybody says it's not easy. I drive my wife nuts. Woody, you must, right? You're together too much. Oh my God, go do something. Oh my God, you're driving me nuts. You're driving me nuts, man. Anyway, hey, Wood, we got a lot of stuff going. All right, so World Cup Championship, I heard a lot of it, and yesterday I'll be glad when this thing's over. This is terrible. Guys are flopping all over the field. There was that thing, and by the way, the officials have in that sport, by far, I don't want to hear anybody complain about the NFL and NBA after watching the World Cup officiating, trying to figure that thing out yesterday, especially when Argentina plays.
So I think yesterday we saw the greatest flop of all time when they disallowed that goal.
When he stepped on his foot.
Yeah, he steps on his foot. He goes down like he got shot in the shin.
And they go, we got to call this off. And it's funny.
That was one of the greatest flops I think I've ever seen.
Woody, I went, what? Why are they going to call this one off? Now I get the one was offsides by what? 6 inches, 8 inches, whatever it was. The guys, they line it up there, and technology, and I was all right. He was off a little bit, but man. But it was also guys trying to draw fouls and trying to draw where a guy stops running, a guy runs over him, and guys getting kicked. And I get somebody told me, I said this before, and I had a soccer player that I respect. He goes, Joe, that hurts a lot, man. When you get kicked in the shin or down in your leg, it hurts. Now, you can get up. Most of the time, you do get up. Because these guys, they lie down like they blew their knee out. And they get up within a minute, most of them, right? 90-something% of the time, they get up and shake it off, and they're back running around. But that thing yesterday, every time the guys turn around, sometimes there are 2 or 3 guys laying out on the field at different places yesterday. It was crazy.
It's a little over the top.
But you're trying to draw. I get it. You're trying to get free kicks, especially inside the box. You're trying to get, a call.
This whole notion of trying to trick the refs, though, it's the NBA thing. It's like,
hey, man,
it's not really. It's just not good for competitive sports. Try to trick the officials. But
these guys that were. I felt clearly the right team won yesterday. I mean, they dominated. Yeah, I said, and even Messi said, we got our ass kicked. I mean, these guys. This is a different level.
When they got that red card, it was over.
Spain, yeah, when they went a man short, but Spain doesn't.
They didn't have a shot
goals.
until the last minute. They didn't have a shot on goal.
I don't. Oh, maybe they had one. It didn't look like. I think they had 0. I thought they had.
They finished with
shots,
0.
0 shots.
They had
on
some.
goal.
I mean, they had the one guy kicked it
over the
50
top,
feet into the seats.
Yeah.
I'm glad it's over, man.
It was.
I'm glad
it was good though. Hey man,
it was good.
I enjoyed it. I'm not going to sit here and rip the World Cup. It was a great.
Any
tournament.
summer sporting events are good.
Hey, it was fun. We saw a lot of cool stuff that I even staying around after the games to watch some of the stuff with their fans and the celebrations and that little everybody doing something a little different. I thought it was great. And the Messi story was fantastic. I was wondering, by the way, we had this talk last week about what was a third place game, because playing for third place when you come from France or England, your fan base is already pissed off and want those coaches fired, right? They're like, oh, we got out coached in the last game and our players and this and that, our system too defensive and all those things. And it starts 4-0 in the first half. You're going, oh my God, France checked out. France is, oh, what an embarrassment that's going to be for those people. And they come right out and score 2 goals and got this thing very interesting. End up losing. But if you were at that game, you were entertained. 10 goals. I mean, they were going up and down the field, man. It was like, all right, breakaway, just go back and forth. It was fun to watch. It was fun to watch, to get one of those games, even though you're playing for third place and I guess a little bit more money, third place and fourth place. All right. Anyway, we gotta hit it here. Marlins, man, hoping to get something going with the Astros. My God, 6 straight losses here. Got some guys struggling too. One in center field and one closer. Not closing right now. Not going real well. After a 3-run homer with one out in the bottom of the 9th with a 1-0 lead. After you get another great starting pitching performance. Alcantara had a nice pitching performance, and then we get another one from Yuri Perez, and nothing to show for 6 scoreless innings and 9 strikeouts. Ugh! Hurricane season, man, I got to tell you, don't let it get in your way, man. Don't let it get in your way. I know we're all sitting here. We know it's hurricane season. You know it's going to get ugly at some point, but all you can really do is protect your home with the best products. And that's why I would tell you to call Loctite Impact Windows, Doors, and Roofing. Their windows, Hurricane Category 5 rated. Loctite Impact provides 100% financing with 0 down, no interest, no payments for 1 year. You got no leaky roof. Replace your old roof now. You can pay later. And if you're not, you've already made up your mind. No, we're not doing the roof. They're expensive. We're not doing it for another year. Okay, but we do need some repair work. Well, they do that too for you. They can come out and do that. They got a repair team ready to come out for you. Best part, Impact Windows as low as $6 per month per window installed. Don't wait for the next storm. Get the deal of a lifetime today. Keep your home protected. Whether you're in Dade, Broward, or Palm Beach, it doesn't matter. Loctite's ready to help you. So call today, 954-500-LOCK. They got a great staff ready to answer all your questions and get you started. Go to LoctiteImpact.com today.
Let's
Good morning to everybody out there. World Cup Championship is over. Got our last game on Saturday here at Hard Rock with a exciting game. 10 goals in that game before England finally wins that thing 6-4 yesterday. Spain gets a 1-0 win over Argentina. We had the Open taking place. I like to call it the British Open. They call it the Open Championship. But anyway, Ryan Fox, man. Sounds like a guy doing movies. Ryan Fox, 11-foot putt to win. He misses it. They're going to play extra holes. And he's probably going to be in trouble because he's going to be playing against one of the best players in the world. But anyway, he makes this 11-foot putt to win. And incredible. Also with it, won $3.2 million. Goes 10 under and was able to hold off some of the best players in the world, including Scotty Scheffler, who once again was let down. Kind of been the story of the year for the number one player. And he finished, I think, fourth in this tournament, the old putter. He's standing over it, and we finally have something in common. Because I used to have a 3 or 4 foot putt or 5 foot putt, 6 foot putt, and I used to pray for it to go in. There was never have any confidence that it was going in. And he's got the same thing. But the other story, and I think this stuff's great for golf. I do. You guys probably going to think I'm a complete idiot, or you already think I'm an idiot anyway. But Bryson DeChambeau and Rory McIlroy, just some of you guys it's fantastic. So I've turned and I was in and out of the house. I don't want you to think I'm staying home all weekend just watching sports, okay? I want to let you know I am getting out of the house and I am doing stuff. But I pop back in at the end of the day, and my son keeps me up on a lot of stuff, and he's a junkie. He's a sports junkie. He goes, "Did you see what happened?" So I just turned on NBC to catch the coverage, or maybe it was USA. It was Friday, and there's Bryson DeChambeau out on the course, and they're done, and he's going at it about a ruling, and I thought he was one out of the lead. I go, wow, he's one out of the lead. Why is he so upset out there with the officials? And I realized that he had a 2-stroke penalty called on him for giving himself and improving his lie so he could get a better shot. I guess they felt he knocked down some of the I don't know what we call that junk over there off the greens, but tall grass. So anyway, he gets a 2-stroke penalty, but he threw a pretty good temper tantrum. It was a big time. If you didn't like Bryson DeChambeau, this gave you more reason to go, what a big D-bag he is. Really, what a D-bag this guy is. Now, everybody's all over the board in the golf world on Bryson DeChambeau. Some guys love him. Some guys don't. Some guys, I think he's great for the game. I can't wait to get him back on the PGA Tour with these guys. But Rory, not a fan. Rory McIlroy is watching this whole thing because he holds it up, because now Bryson DeChambeau tells everybody, well, I don't know if I'm going to play. I might be done. This is ridiculous. So now, instead of one shot out of the lead with the whole weekend left, he's threatening to not play with only 3 shots out of the lead. And he hadn't made a cut in a major for a while now. He's missed the cut on the last 3. And I get the reaction. Well, dude, if this is the way it's going to be, I friggin' quit. Is this the way it's going to be around here? I'm out of here, man. And then you're walking out and you go, hey, maybe my ego got in the way a little. I was a little too fired up about this thing. But anyway, so this went on. I guess everybody's waiting to find out what's going to happen now, because you got Friday cuts, tee times, and people, all these things are taking place. And so they go to Rory McIlroy, and Roy rips him. Rory McIlroy. I'm not his biggest fan, but everybody saw it was a 2-stroke penalty. We were watching it, and I was like, oh, God, this is getting really good. So now Bryson DeChambeau comes out and doesn't have a great finish yesterday, and was out of it. But this thing was going on. And Bryson DeChambeau is the one guy we always talk about. He kind of moves the meter, man. When you look at, I know he's not Scotty Scheffler as far as golf. He's not. And even Scotty Scheffler not making putts, he finishes, it seems like, in the top 5 to 10 every week. I know he missed one cut. But for the most part, like, he's going to be number one because nobody's really taking over and nobody's stepping up and dominating to pass him up. And even when he can't putt, he finishes fourth with a chance, even with a few holes left, again, to win a tournament. But Bryson DeChambeau is, hey, man, you hear Bryson DeChambeau this or Bryson DeChambeau, you kind of like, what's going on? He's great for business, man. Even throwing that. And now he's playing with Scotty Scheffler when this is going on Friday. And Scotty Scheffler said he's a lot of things, but he's not a cheater, which is cool because there's nothing. It's one thing to be a D-bag or you play too slow. It's another in that sport when they call you a cheater. And there's been a couple guys that have had that. And I thought that was pretty cool. Scotty Scheffler came out and said, hey, man, he's a lot of things. He's not for everybody, but I've known him and played golf with him my whole life, going back to growing up. The kid, he's never cheated. I've seen him hit it everywhere, and he doesn't cheat. So Scotty Scheffler trying to get in, and everybody had a different take on whether it should have been a penalty. I can tell you the guys I used to play with, there's no way. There's no way anybody would have called a penalty on somebody with that shot. Yeah, there's not. I mean, come on, man.
You think these guys care that they're just not good for the game for the most part here? Like, they're fighting, and I saw Rory getting ripped. People don't like him. This other guy.
No. Well, if you like DeChambeau, you're not a Rory fan.
Yeah, but it's like, it's not a fun rivalry. Like, they're kind of bitchy, right?
I think this stuff's great. When one guy comes out and takes a shot so we don't just think, I thought it was great. I just thought it was great. See, because I was curious, like, hey, and before that, he's got Nick Faldo. Is it Nick Faldo, I think, that came out, was taking shots at him. He's got no game plan. He just comes out and rips the ball. So everybody, you could tell a lot of guys on tour and former players don't like Bryson DeChambeau at all. They don't like him.
He's not likable.
But the guy smiles. He's having fun.
Yeah.
He hits it, a country mile. Everybody knows how far he rips it out there. And then this thing with the live, and he's saying he might not join the PGA Tour. He's not going to sit out like those other guys. And you either want me or you don't.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that? He did that a few months ago. Hey, I had him check the PGA Tour. You guys want me back or not? But I'm not sitting down. I'm not giving you $6 million. I'm not doing that like some of the other guys that got big checks. I'm keeping my damn money. And by the way, I'm good for your sport. Matter of fact, I might be the best thing for your PGA. Because you guys don't have a lot of personality over here, in case you didn't know.
We need a video to surface of, like, Tiger at the driving range just so we can start talking about his return.
You know what's funny? I see Tiger's kind of staying out of this,
Isn't he in rehab or something?
No, he's out.
He's out?
He's out. He's back with his girl, and they're up here in Jupiter. But
which girl is that? That's not the waitress from the restaurant.
No,
right?
yeah, get out of here. Why are you doing that? He's dating Trump Jr.'s
that's
ex-wife.
right.
Trump Jr.'s ex-wife. I had to think.
So that was the one he left at the airport, right? Or he sent to the airport.
No.
Remember that one? I think it was the waitress at his restaurant.
He got her. That was the manager of the restaurant. He got out, and by the time she got back, the doors were locked, and they go, "We've locked you out." Here's a little money. Now get the hell out of here, man. You're a bad guy, Woody. You're just
it's tough to keep track of his relationships.
I know, but our show goes up there now. I wish you wouldn't do that. I'm trying to make friends with some of those guys up there.
Sorry.
You're killing me.
You're good in the golf community, man. You're good.
But I will tell you, a little drama with the whole thing, and a little Friday afternoon, Bryson DeChambeau never heard anything with screaming and going back and forth, and it was like it was never going to end. Oh man! All right, we got to go to break here. I didn't mean to get carried away about Open Championship with everything going on. I apologize.
Wonder what the ratings for that looked like.
Ooh,
the soccer going on.
Yeah.
Probably not too strong.
There's a lot of stuff going on. Yeah. Lot going on. I flipped over just in time to see a guy hit a 3-run homer, and he watched it on my TV. I said him just hit it to left center, and he watched it. And I was like, wow. Contreras, I think it was William Contreras hit it, and then it was that was it. Nothing like a walk-off homer. And that's what happened, man. It was a crazy one. All right. We got more stuff to get to, including Finn's rookies getting ready to report, man. Everybody trying to figure out what is this thing going to look like and how's coach going to handle everything as a first-time head coach in the NFL, and how's his patience. What's the talent going to look like once they get playing and we get past preseason? And how's our quarterback going to look? Does he have enough around him? How quickly can some guys blossom to give us a chance to be competitive? A lot of stuff out there. A lot. Anyway, right now I want to talk to you about a lot of things going on that are very, very important. And one of them might be Michael Kotze Choice Mortgage. You may need him. If you need cash to pay off taxes, liens, judgments, IRS, high interest rates, second mortgages, credit card debt, call Michael Kotze Choice Mortgage. If any of those things just hit you right in the head, 561-441-2730. Call or text them. It's 561-441-2730. If you own a commercial or residential property with equity, call Michael right now. He can help you. He's been helping Floridians for more than 30 years. If you're looking to buy a home today, he'll get you pre-approved with very little money down. Now's the time to lock in before interest rates might be going up even higher. Call him on his cell phone or text him. You can always get a hold of this guy. The guy works 7 days a week. 561-441-2730. 561-441-2730. MLS 166254. Rates and terms subject to change, dated without notice. He's an equal housing lender.
NBA champion Miami Heat, Miami Hurricanes basketball, and now the new home of the two-time World Series winner Miami Marlins.
Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys.
Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
This update is brought to you by Doral Hyundai in Miami. We go to the beach for a little Solcito, and when we want a low price, you save with your Pricito. Save now with your Pricito at Doral Hyundai, starting with the World Cup, where Spain beat Argentina 1-0 in extra time. This is Spain's second World Cup win. Over to the Marlins, who were swept by the Brewers, falling 3-1. Miami will look to bounce back when they head to Houston to begin a 3-game series. Tonight's first pitch is at 8:10, and the game can be heard right here on WQAM. And in golf, Ryan Fox won the Open Championship. Time for weather, brought to you by Tornado Roofing and Contracting. Storm season is coming. Make sure your home is ready. Get your free roof and window estimate today. Visit tornadoroofing.com. It is 83 degrees at the moment. Rain chance about 15%, and it will get hot today, and hopefully we get a decision today, Joe.
Oh, man, the
We're
decision.
waiting.
The last
Part
decision.
6.
The decision. Please make a decision. And let it be the Heat. Hell, if we got to wait this long, it might as well be down here. Yeah, I know we didn't talk very much about the Miami Heat, but yeah, this is where I wanted to play. You know, I've always loved Bam and Giannis, man. And the fact they're together, well, I'll tell you what, can I just tease everybody out there just for a second this morning? Your starting lineup for your Miami Heat at center.
Why are you doing it like the Bulls guy?
I don't know. It does sound a little bit. And now you're right. I did.
Well, he's going to have a new guy this
by the
year.
way, that might be the greatest introduction of all time.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
That was a good one.
The Heat will have a new PA guy this
That's
year,
right. That's right.
We don't know what
Anyway,
it'll sound like.
without trying
Maybe
to.
it could be you.
Hey, and now. Oh, stand up, Miami Heat.
Maybe not.
Get up, jerkies. Giannis, Bam, LeBron, Wiggins. And I like that little feisty Davion Mitchell. He's got to start. He gets after it. I'd love it. I think he got so much better. What a great. You know, it's funny. That little Golden State trade that we made for the other guy, I forgot his name already. I forgot the guy that quit on us here. It's amazing. Wiggins and Davion Mitchell have been really good players. No, nobody's complaining about those two guys. Hell, I had more complaints about our first-round picks than those guys. Wiggins and Davion Mitchell end up being really good players. I'm not saying superstars, really good players, man. But that starting five, potentially, who knows what else you get. But that changes things in the East. Now, in my opinion, now Giannis got to stay healthy. And I know he only played 30-something games. But hell, I could say anything about Tyler Hero. He only played 30-something games. If you got that starting five plus that bench of Portis and Hardaway and Pella Larson and whatever else they might add, I know there's some other guy. I know Jovic. I'm not counting on him a whole lot. But I got to tell you, if you got that lineup, you're right back in the game in the East. You are right back in the game in the East. You are. And I'm talking right there towards the top. Not saying it's easy. It can be a dogfight with some other teams, but you got a chance. We can finally get out. Now, again, guys got to stay healthy. But maybe we can finally put this play-in thing to rest and just leave it alone and look at things differently. I just, man, it'd be fun to watch. There's LeBron and kind of your third guy there, but giving you 21, 22 a night. Whew, man, with that other group. I don't know. Did that do anything to you, Woody? I was going to do the introduction and kind of got killed.
No, it's good. I
no,
liked
you
it.
sounded. It sounded too.
It sounded like the Bulls guy a little bit.
And now you're.
Yeah, you're definitely doing the Bulls guy. You watch that thing too many times. That documentary.
Oh gosh. Well,
Look,
I did
man.
that. That was better than me going around going Detroit basketball.
Imagine how hot
I did
that
that
ticket
for a
would
couple
be.
of years too.
LeBron signs here.
Oh,
jeez.
yeah. For everybody says they don't want them.
Yeah.
You see. By the way, it won't just be a hot ticket. It'll be a hot national game. If you're putting LeBron and Giannis, nothing against Bam and Bam, but you add Giannis and LeBron to this thing, all of a sudden you're back on maxed out national TV games.
So I still don't see him ending his career here. Right. And I know he's going to sign 1-year deals wherever it is that he goes.
Well, we haven't got him yet.
I know, but I'm just saying I don't see him ending his career here. So could he make a pit stop here, try to win one, and then maybe wait out James Harden until he retires?
If he's real happy here, he stays. Things are now. A lot of people say, "Hey, Cleveland's still going to have a chance, and Golden State, and his wife's going to want him to stay on the West Coast." I don't know. But you know what? They can all complain. I'm guessing you think the commissioner, Adam Silver, who said, "Hey, LeBron, you got to get this done, man. I got to finish the schedule." No, he did say that. I got to finish the schedule. I really would like him to make a decision. My network partners want to know what he's doing before that's awesome. The guy's controlling everything. It's one thing, a couple of our fans down here get upset, and they're upset in Cleveland, they're upset in Golden State, they're upset in Philly, and everybody thinks they got a chance to get him. Can you imagine your partners are writing you billions of dollars of checks are going, we want to know, we like that game.
I think some of these guys get a rise out of this, right? Holding everyone hostage.
Amazon Prime's going to want some of those games. Hey, NBC wants some of those games. What's going on? We want some. We joined for this.
Like Aaron Rodgers seems to enjoy jerking people around every offseason, right? Making them wait until the last possible minute.
Yeah, but
I'll decide before the draft.
I'll
decide after the draft, but
not an impact like this, though.
No, but I think some of these guys like holding these teams hostage. Like I think they enjoy this stuff.
He knows what he's doing.
He's got Monday all to
Aaron
himself.
Rodgers,
I don't think there's any sporting event.
Aaron Rodgers knew what he was doing. Everybody, they know what they're doing. And by the way, if you want to take extra time off as you're in your 40s or late, and LeBron and Aaron Rodgers are in their early 40s, hey, man, nobody's going to get mad if you want extra time off. But they want a commitment. That's all. Commitment. LeBron stays in great shape, by the way. You don't have to worry about that. The guy. But he is, man. I saw he stayed up in New York, was enjoying some things is with his wife. And they're saying the wife's got some say-so in this as well. And golf, whatever we want. What did he say? He wants to be happy and he wants to
find his joy.
Yeah.
I think that's Jimmy's thing.
Was that Jimmy's thing?
Someone put on Twitter, July 2010, Spain wins the World Cup. Then July 2010, LeBron joins the Miami Heat. And obviously Spain just won the World Cup again.
Yeah.
So maybe there's a pattern here.
That'd be hilarious if he said something like that. He came out and said something. By the way, do you watch that game yesterday?
Which one?
Spain.
Yes. Only because it was on the plane.
Oh, you're on the plane. So I get it because my phone was blowing up at the half because there's no score.
Yes.
Oh, my God. And they're saying this is their big event they do? I go, calm down. It's not for everybody.
But it also felt very one-sided.
Oh, it was.
Like the Argentina really didn't have much of a chance, but the one guy, they had one shot at the end, and the guy put it, way into the seats. But
yeah, he did. He kicked it over the top.
It had a dramatic finish. I don't know. I was thinking, could you imagine? I think the get-in price was like $5,000 or $6,000. You're an Argentina fan. You spent $6,000 to sit in the nosebleeds.
I got to tell you,
see a shot.
That country spent a lot of money over here in the last month because they were stuffing. They win as far as their fan base coming over here. Unless it looked like there are a lot of people from Argentina. It looked like they won when you look at percentages of people that go to the games. Argentina, I think they're 80-20. Against their game before that. So it's
I don't know. I'm good for about 4 years.
All right.
With FIFA.
I saw the guy smiling next to President and he just looks dirty. You
don't say.
He just looks a little dirty. He just kind of and doesn't care. I don't think he hears any of people complaining about things. He
does not seem to care.
And I'll just say one other thing. Nothing can be harder. In fairness to these officials, whatever you think, they're on the take or they're from different countries.
It's impossible to officiate those games.
Thank you.
Yep. We always talk about toughest sport to officiate.
Oh, they win by far.
Yep.
Not even close. Thank you, Woody. I'm glad you agree with me on that one.
Well, I don't want to hear, not being a soccer expert, but it feels like it is a major part of the game to be a flop artist in that sport.
Woody, at one point there were 3 different guys down in different parts of the field yesterday.
Yeah.
The guy's turning, he's turning over there, and he's pointing at the guy. Did you see anything? You go, I mean, and you're
the
right.
one on the disallowed goal was fantastic. I mean, that's one of the best flops you'll ever see in any sport.
What's the deal? He stepped on the guy's
He touched
foot.
the guy's foot, but he went down holding his shin. Whatever, man. It's part of the game. And they're good at it, man. They do the face thing. They look like they're in agony as they're falling. They're screaming. Like they
Well, the
really,
one guy that
it's
got
just perfection.
Yeah, no. They go down and
That should be like part of a guy's like attributes. Like if you're playing FIFA, like the video game, like, where they put like speed, striking,
now,
all that. They
I
show
will say this:
flopping.
getting kicked in the shin when a guy's going and
Yeah, I'm sure it hurts. Yeah.
There's no question that hurts. But I'll tell you what, just all I'm saying today is, and I'm guessing these guys are supposed to be the best officials in the world, right? From all these different
They are the
leagues.
best officials in the world, yes.
Yeah, I'm guessing FIFA got that right to go out.
They
We're
didn't have a
getting
bunch
the
of
best
slappies
guys.
doing the World Cup
Yeah.
final, no.
They didn't get a bunch of guys from the MLS to come out here and
No,
be the. They went out and got the best of the best that have seen the greatest players in the world and everything. They can't win. I have nothing against them because they're trying to break up fights and shove guys away. And some of these guys stay in their face and are screaming at them.
They
They
really
tell them to
do,
back
yeah.
off. The late shove. We saw a late shove that we see in the NFL where you shove a guy and he goes backwards.
Mhm.
Called a yellow on him. And then now he's trying to break it up because they don't want to become the game.
Didn't the guy who got the red card, didn't he get the earlier yellow for like arguing or something?
Yeah, but that guy was on a mission to get serious. Nobody's complaining about that guy. That guy was on
Nah,
a
that was
mission to get
ridiculous.
kicked out of the game. He was just going to go around yeah.
What do you think they're doing in Argentina sports radio this morning? That guy. Guessing he's got a little bit of a
I will tell you
riled
though,
up fan base there, huh?
I thought Messi was classy the whole.
Yeah, he was.
Listen, he can't run them down the field with 39, and he's trying to get those guys set up, and he had a great one. And by the way, the biggest winner of this whole thing's going to be Inter Miami. I think a lot of people are going to want to get out to games second half of the season. They got 2 games this week. And Messi, and they got to get going on the Messi Monument. I'm not going to sit here and tell the Moss family the Messi Monument, the greatest, or whatever you want to put out there in Spanish, something that sounds like the greatest. You guys need to put something up there so people can come take that when they're in town. Even if they don't go to a game, they're going to want to get that picture taken of the monument.
So
like the
I know
Marino, like the Wade, like everybody wants that. We should have it.
Well, you got Chris Whittingham coming on at 8 here. I'm curious what he thinks as far as what Messi's playing load will look like going forward here, because I know he probably
there's got to be
need a breather.
There's got to be a little
sort.
letdown from going and playing in the biggest game in the world, coming back and getting ready to play against, I'm not sure, Chicago, Philly, whatever. Yeah, that would be a little letdown in the MLS, right? 80-something thousand screaming fans going crazy from your country, by the way. Yeah, that'd be a little different. So he's a pro's pro, though, man, that guy. So Woody, we got to go to break here, man. We're getting into all the drama. I don't know, man. That the officiating, though, there is no question whether it's good or bad, and you liked it or they're on the take or whatever. That makes we can never complain about NFL or NBA officiating ever again, ever, because you remember all the things we heard, Woody. We heard, oh, that guy's from there. I knew it was a bad idea. That guy's he's from Argentina. He hasn't made a good call. We don't get any calls, and the flopping and drawing. They go back and look at everything too, boy. I'll tell you what. Whew. All right, Woody. We got a lot more to get to here today, as we are waiting on LeBron. I'm waiting. I'm good. I took 2 patience pills today. I'm good. I'm good on the wait. It is funny because today on the NBA on their show, they're going to hit this for 20 minutes. What do they say? What are they going to say? Well, we saw LeBron with his wife. They were dressed up, and boy, she looks like she's ready to go to Philly. All right, hey, I want to tell you about Baptist Health South Florida. I want to talk about sports medicine. I want to talk about a great program when you get injured and knowing you're going to one of the top sports medicine programs in the country, and you didn't even know it's right here in your backyard. Baptist Health South Florida sports medicine program is top dog. How do you get there? Well, you got to have great facilities. You got to have, obviously, great specialists and team doctors. And boy, do they. You put that all together with all the facilities they have, and they take care of all of us, man. I'm telling you, the great news is they take care of Inter Miami, the Heat, the Panthers, the Miami Dolphins, FIU, FAU. They're at all our big sporting events. They're there. But the best news is they're going to see all of us. The next time you have an injury, knee, shoulder, foot, and ankle, hand, back, hip and knee replacement, Achilles, they got specialists for every part of the body. Teams of doctors ready to make sure you have a successful surgery. Hey, man, the whole goal is you're competitive. You get injured playing a sport. You want to get back out and know you can still play no matter what age you are. You want to know you got a chance to get back to 100%, and that's what Baptist Health South Florida is all about, with 3 great facilities: Doctors Hospital in Coral Gables, Hard Rock Stadium next to the training facility, and 595 in Pine Island in Plantation. Good morning, Dr. Swartzen. Visit baptisthealth.net/ortho today.
Turn your magic on. Let me see it say everything you want to dream.
All right, LeBron decision, man. Please let it happen and let it happen here. I'm not begging. Hey, look, if we don't get him, we don't get him. It ain't going to be from lack of trying. And it's obvious Pat Riley and the gang have been trying to get him. So we'll
remember, like in the old days, they used to have to put together like PowerPoint presentations for these guys, and they'd have them visit, and they'd do the whole like deal. Now it seems like everything's just very quiet, doesn't it?
I think LeBron knows. Like, I feel like LeBron's guy has gone out, his agent, and he's just said, hey, LeBron knows everything about every one of you guys, so there's no reason.
Mm-hmm.
He knows where he fits in. It is amazing the amount of people have come out recently, from owners to presidents to and said, yeah, I've had a talk with him. I've discussed everything with him. He knows where he fits in on every team. He wants to start. By the way, if you want to lose him, tell him he's coming off the bench. That ain't going to fly with maybe the second greatest player of all time. That's not flying. So we'll see, man. We got a chance, though. I like all the odds. Whatever it is, and I know it's just yap. It's just yap from guys that are supposed to be NBA insiders. But when those guys are going, I got this feeling he's going to the Miami Heat. I think he's got cold. Something happened, Cleveland. I don't know if he wants to go back home to play. Now, they do have, their life set up pretty good there. I don't know. I never have seen LeBron as an LA guy.
Don't try to figure it out, man.
Yeah, you do. That's what I do. At
Like,
least
you're
I'm
gonna
not
bounce all this stuff around.
At least I'm not
like,
reading into every word he says. Like some of these guys are trying to. Oh, he's talking like Riley. Oh, he used a Pat Riley. He used some Pat Riley in there. So we're waiting on LeBron. And by the way, I'm just telling you, whether you like him or not, but you care about winning. And I know people all over the board. I know, I'm aware not everybody's a LeBron fan, especially at age 41, and he's too high in maintenance and whatever you think. Listen, he's got one thing in common with you if he comes here. He wants to win as much as you do. He really does. He wants to win. All those great ones want to win. They don't want to be on crappy teams and put up big numbers. That doesn't do anything for them. They get it's about winning, man. They get it's about winning. By the way, how about the great story kind of around what we're getting in sports now? Woody, you brought this up a couple weeks ago, and it's so true. Guys are taking better care of themselves. The great ones want to play, and they don't just play to play when they get bad. But we got some guys playing at a really high level right now. LeBron, 41, Messi, 39, Djokovic, 39, seems to go to semifinals of every major tournament. Stafford wins an MVP with the Rams at 38. And Steph Curry, still playing at a high level at age 38 with the Golden State Warriors. Some great stories, man, of guys that, I remember when guys were 38, it was over, from cigarettes and Pepsis and cold beers after in the clubhouse or the locker room afterwards, and the diet we used to be on, hot dogs and chicken wings. And now these guys, I got to tell you, the first time I walked out there and they were passing out these green shakes to the players after practice, these recovery shakes, I was like, you're kidding. With all this stuff, like all this healthy stuff in them. Anytime it's green, it's healthy, right? It's like you. And then they got Marino drinking one. I go, you're not drinking these, bro. It's too late for you. You're on the old diet. You can't just change. That's not going to work. But man, yeah, these guys take care of themselves, man. They eat differently now. I'm not saying they don't like cookies. And if LeBron is it cookies LeBron likes? It's his cookies on the trip.
Yes.
I think Pat Riley told him all the damn cookies you want. You eat whatever you need.
Yeah.
That'll never be a problem.
You'll never see another sports body like LeBron, man. That durable and all that. Although Giannis gives him a run for his money. I saw Giannis in that Heat jersey the other day. He looked like he didn't miss any days in the gym either, huh?
I got to tell you, you look at all those guys.
Jeez, man.
Look at Bam.
Yeah, Bam too.
Those guys. Yeah, there's no getting out of shape with those guys.
Yeah, LeBron comes here, be a team of guys made of bricks.
But you know what? It's funny. Like we were talking about Tyler Hill's name came up in discussion with some of my sports family over the weekend. Talking about Tyler. Really good player. I said, listen, we can all agree. Kind of a bitchy move what he pulled on the DM thing. It just was very childish for a guy that said he's grown up in Miami. Well, if you've grown up, you don't do dumb stuff like that. But anyway, it was two-ish. But I just, we were talking about him as a player. I said, man, he was a really good player. Like, nobody's got a problem if that's a first-round pick where he was picked. He was a damn good player. I said good. He was, yeah. But we had to get better. There's a reason they're throwing him in deals. And by the way, he needs to step back and realize, because I think he's going to shoot every chance he gets in Milwaukee. If you were to ask me and he's going to play with Milwaukee, he's looked at that lineup right now and he says, shots per game, I'm going to be leading this team in shots per game and points per game because I got a contract coming up and I sure would like to see me a high 100 to maybe low $200 million contract. And he's what, 26, 27 years old? He's going to get one. Somebody's going to give him another life-changing contract.
Yeah,
for a guy.
If you play fantasy basketball, he should be on your radar because he's assuming he can stay healthy.
Well, he scored the year Riley said, I need somebody to score 24. He damn near did. He scored 23.7 or something.
I think he's going to be in the high 20s.
I don't know about that. That's a different level.
Well, how many shots a game you think this guy's going to get? 20?
I don't know. I don't know about shots.
I mean, he's going to get his shot.
But he's going to get them, and if he takes enough, obviously, he's a really good shooter. His whole offensive game, he can go to the basket. He's got that little floater now that he does is great with both hands. No, he's got he's going to make some money. Everybody's looking for guys that can shoot. He's going to make some money. He's going to be one of those guys that's $300 million player by the time he's done, if not more.
He's going to be the centerpiece of the Milwaukee Bucks for the next 10 years.
I don't know about that. They're already talking about trading him. Somebody else might get him. Everybody going,
Jeez.
Detroit, you need another shooter?
Poor Tyler.
That's all right.
Can't even stick in Milwaukee.
He said this is home.
Yeah.
That's all. That's all that matters. So anyway, I don't know. It's, it's done. The whole thing's over. I don't care about the drama part of this thing with Bam and Tyler. I get it. Very clear to me. One guy, hey, you're with another guy and you lead the team in scoring and they're talking about trading you and they're keeping the other guy and you think you do more about a game that's built around offense, not defense. And that's why he's throwing out all those numbers, which he didn't need to do. Because, again, he's got a nice little contract himself, and they didn't give him an extension. He didn't get the extension, and he loved playing here. There's no question Tyler Hero loved playing in Miami. He loved it. And it didn't work out. So instead of leaving it alone, and maybe I call it just when you feel like that and you feel like you're getting shortchanged, as long as your marriage is strong and you're not getting ready, because she'll go out if it's a breakup, she's going to go out and say what you said about everybody. But if it's a strong relationship, bed talk's okay.
I think he got treated unfairly over his career here, though. Like, he took a lot of crap. You got to admit. Like, this wasn't just like a one-off. Like, it was probably bubbling up.
I got on him a little bit about the way he played in the playoffs.
A lot of
when
people,
we need
a lot of people
guy.
him. Like, I'm sure he noticed that. He seems like the kind of guy who would.
No, he's made reference to it.
Yeah.
He had a chance. And again, it's like, hey, man, even if you don't win, we want to see you look like a number one guy.
I think the expectations for him were unrealistic.
Okay. And then he got injured, which is not his fault. I always say it's not.
He's not a number one option in the NBA. Like, he will be where he is now, but you're not going to win with him.
So you're taking shots at him now.
No, I'm not.
Well, that's what you just did. You tell me he's great.
Good for what he was. I think he's a good complimentary player, but I don't think he can be the best player on a team that's going to, make any real noise.
There's one other thing too that I saw. I shouldn't bring it up. Stop me.
What do you got?
Tell
No.
with Tyler Hill. Just stop me with the girlfriend they has kids with.
What about her?
She's with one of his new teammates before him. That's weird, man.
Was she?
That's weird.
I don't go this deep into the tabloids. Are you going to tell me about this? What do you got here?
No, somebody told me. I go, and I said, I just broke a rule. I go, I'm not getting into that.
Mhm.
It's just awkward.
Okay.
Listen, my wife's been with other people, and she's been, before me. It's not something new. Never the first. A lot of cases, never the last. I hope I am with this one. Not sure. Hey, Woody, I wasn't sure how I was going to handle that one, man.
Yeah, nicely done.
All right, thank you. Hey, we got Chris Whittingham going to join us. I love Whit. He's going to join us, talk about tournament. I got to ask, there's some stuff I don't understand that I need to understand with this tournament, with the game Saturday and Sunday, and the overall success of the tournament and everything else. We'll talk to Chris Whittingham coming up.
You gonna ask about this MLS situation with Messi here, like what his expectations are for Messi playing here going forward?
It's a win. We'll ask him about how long before he comes back.
Yeah,
there's a chance.
Chris calls the games for Apple. I know Apple's probably hoping that he comes back sooner rather than later.
Aren't all his games on Apple?
I would think, yes.
Oh, Messi's playing this week. All right, put him on. He's on. Oh, he's sitting out. Okay, take him off. Get that LA team in there. All right. Hey, we're going to break. Atlantic Men's Clinic, ED and Low T. Nothing to mess with, Woody. Nothing to mess with. You know, Woody, it starts happening at your age, if not a little younger, that Low T and ED kick in. Really starts to affect the man out there. Here's the good news and the bad news. The bad news is it's going to happen to every man out there. Low T and ED will happen. Low energy level, tired all the time, and your sex drive is hit and miss. And then one day you wake up and it's just miss. There's nothing happening in the bedroom. Nothing good. Nothing. And people, it's normal. She's just a good friend now. We're even sleeping in different bedrooms. I don't want to do that, man. I finally did something about it. I had full-blown ED and Low T. I went to Atlantic Men's Clinic, and I got great results, and I want to tell everybody, man, I'm talking about turning back the clock. I'm talking about turning back the clock 10 or 15 years. And feeling really good. Went on one of the most active vacations I've ever been on, walking all over the mountains, man. It was great. And just having a wonderful time with my wife. One of the best times I've ever had. And you know what? I owe 90% of it to Atlantic Men's Clinic. I swear. And if you're going through it, I just want to tell you, you don't have to tell anybody. You have to sit and yap to the world like I do about my ED and Low T problems. You're going to get rid of them. And that's the best news. You don't have to worry. You start feeling better. More active, you're losing weight, you're feeling good, and you're going, man, I didn't think later on I could start feeling like this. With 7 locations in South Florida to serve you, Atlantic Men's Clinic can really make a difference for you. Brand new location in Hollywood. I go to Plantation, set up that first appointment, you get your T, your PSA test, and you meet with an unbelievable staff that's knowledgeable, that's going to help you get it all back like it used to be. That's what it's all about. You agree to the program and you're off and running. 877-455-7300. You got to set up the first appointment. It's the most important one. To get started with Atlantic Men's Clinic, go to AtlanticMen'sClinic.com. Get more information, but I'll just say this. I can't say it enough. I'll say it if it's me and you out in the middle of nowhere. Atlantic Men's Clinic works.
The
It's time for Hollywood's headlines. Without further ado, here's Hollywood.
All right, Woody, what do you have for us this morning?
All right, Joe, I need your thoughts on the halftime show from yesterday. We have not gotten to this yet. I watched it, unfortunately, with no sound. So,
all right,
I'm kind of limited on this. I saw there was outrage.
I got.
I saw there was halftime outrage. We had Shakira, Madonna, BTS, Bieber, Chris Martin from Coldplay was there, and the Muppets.
Okay. Bieber's song was horrible. Like,
I heard it was a very slow.
I mean, yeah, what are we doing, man? Like, what are you going through? Some form of depression, a story about your life or something? It's friggin' a championship. It's a celebration game. It's got to be upbeat, and he comes out and does some.
Maybe not a good choice for this event.
I was like, Beeb, come on. I actually like him. I listen to some of his music. I like his music.
Yes, one of my favoriits.
I like seeing him back on tour.
Yeah, I was say, man. Did you go last time?
No, I don't go to those things.
No. You don't go to those things.
Unless Mrs. Rose decided she wanted to go, and I
hope it's at the Panther Arena next time he at Amaranth Bank over there. We'll get you there.
Yeah, that was a weird. Anybody want to? Hey, how about a little upbeat? I like the start. The most
the
of
Muppets were good, right? Muppets.
Yeah, it was all right.
You like the Muppets? Do you know the name of the Muppets?
No.
You know the frog?
No. Kermit the Frog.
Yeah.
Kermit.
You know Pig?
Piggy.
Yeah, Miss
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. I used to know all that stuff. You know, all the characters when my kids were small, they're all different. They're outdated. Now it's my grandsons are talking about Mario and all the characters around Mario. I don't know any of them.
Yeah, but these are all characters like from a while ago. They're popular again.
What are all those?
The Muppets are very popular. They're all over Disney now.
What are those little things we were all buying a long time? Those little, they're real popular. I was buying them as collectibles for the kids, and the value just went dead.
Okay.
Bought a zillion of them. It was just.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I was telling my kids, I don't know what the little.
Can you be more descriptive at all?
Little furry animal, little different things, but
Furby?
No. I forget. I said
furry animal. Okay.
Anyway, there's a little bit of everything. They had different characters.
You talking about the virtual pets?
No. This is going way back, Woody.
How far back are we going here?
You're not talking about Labubu's, are you?
No. I should never said anything.
I don't know what a
what else you have?
Is. I'm curious what else you have? Hang on a second. I'm curious what a Labubu is.
It's like a little toy furry thing. It's exactly what he's describing.
No. They're like they're not like this. They're regular like.
Let's see if someone can guess.
Yeah,
on our text line here. Let's see if someone can guess what you're talking about. All right.
I don't know, but I was going to things and buying them for my kids, and then one day they're like,
"Oh, I know what you're talking about. Beanie Babies."
Yes. Thank you.
I knew you had a collection of
I had
those.
like 100 of them.
Yeah.
I mean, I was all in. Oh, this is a good one. I go to a charity event. Okay, I want to get that. Yeah.
Little furry animal.
Whatever the hell they were. All right, smart ass. I'm sorry, I didn't know.
Funny.
What else you got?
I know. I remember you said you had a little collection of those things.
I think I finally threw them away. Even the kids didn't want them anymore.
No, it's a shame.
Gone.
As you well know, those are quite valuable now. All right, let's get to some other headlines here, Joe. I don't know how we got to that from the halftime show. Anyway, we got Cam Scattaboo.
What do you do now? Do you run into a wall?
At Fanatics Fest.
Yeah.
Decided on his surgically repaired right ankle, he would, put together a backflip. Did you happen to see this by any chance?
What's wrong with him?
I don't know. So it looked like, if you saw the video, it looked like he blew out his knee doing this backflip. I mean, this guy is not, I don't know what he's thinking.
He said he's not changing anything about the way he plays. He and that quarterback better make some changes real quickly.
Yeah, I don't. Again, this is very, very strange, and we've seen guys do stupid stuff like this over the years.
So did he get hurt doing it or no?
He says no, but man, that video was scary. If you're a Giants fan,
how long? You can't be counting on him. When those coaches go back and have meetings, they're going, he's not going to listen. He's a knucklehead. He ain't listening to anybody. Let him get his 3 or 4 games in.
Yeah.
You can't count on that guy for 17 games.
All right, Joe. On the topic of injuries here, you've been on this for a while. Shohei Ohtani is out of the Dodgers pitching rotation indefinitely while his left knee continues to recover.
Rather have that bad every day than
Yeah, he's
pitch
still
it.
not going to cover off the ball there, but yeah, he's. You see him hitting yesterday against the Yankees?
No,
Yeah, he was crushing it.
he did. He hit another one. He got off to
No homer. I don't think yesterday. But he
got
was
off.
crushing
He
it.
got off to a slow start, but it looks like he's kind of picked it up. I haven't looked at home run total, but
He has picked it up. Yes.
Yeah.
All right, Joe. We have a new study here. An avocado a day keeps the doctor away. They say.
I love them.
Like the apple there. They've been shown to have plenty of health benefits, including improved sleep and digestion. It's also a major health benefit for the heart.
Really?
It can lower your bad cholesterol,
Ooh.
LDL cholesterol.
Maybe I get off this pill for cholesterol. That's good.
Says that corresponds with a 4% reduced heart disease risk.
Oh, okay.
So there you go.
You like
Joe.
them?
I
like
love
avocado? I do
avocados.
too.
I eat one almost every day.
No, I do
actually.
too.
It's one of the few foods that like actually fills me up too. Right? Don't you feel full after eating avocados?
Tom Brady's been telling us about avocados for years, man. Remember?
Yeah, he's onto something.
He was onto something. That and now I'm on his
Well, he was
protein.
eating avocado ice cream.
Now
whatever,
I'm on,
wasn't he?
yeah.
Gross.
I'm on the protein powder, TB protein powder.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll bring in some if you want to try it.
Yeah, I guess I would. If Tom's taking it, it's good, right?
Yeah. Help you throw better, play better under pressure at the end of games, everything.
Now you didn't pay for it though, right? So you wouldn't know what it costs.
No idea.
I'm just curious what the premium
Done
is
by
on
my,
on a protein powder with TB12 on the label.
I don't think my daughter was concerned because I'm guessing I paid for it.
Okay, so she's paying the Brady premium with your credit card.
I'm guessing, yeah. I'm guessing there's a chance that happened. I didn't ask anybody, but yeah, I'm guessing there's a really good chance.
At least you're getting some of it. All right, Joe. We got a LeBron James photo matched Heat jersey from 2014. His record-setting game. It is heading to auction here. So if you think maybe LeBron's coming back, you think this would be a good item. They are expecting this to only go for $50,000. This is when he extended his streak past Oscar Robertson.
Yeah.
For he had 25 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, 10th consecutive season averaging that.
Yeah.
Pretty impressive.
Yeah. No, his stuff's.
So you can get his record-setting jersey there.
And you said his cards are expensive too, right?
LeBron?
Yeah.
Yes. All of his stuff is expensive.
Okay.
And I saw there was a really wild story over the weekend. A guy bought a jersey on eBay, a LeBron All-Star Game jersey for I think it ended up being $800. And they photo matched it to the All-Star Game. It ended up being a game used.
Oh,
yeah.
$800.
Yeah, the person sold it for $800. That stings.
Yeah. That stings. It wasn't you.
Yeah,
that stings. That stings. There's no question. That's
And our last one here on the topic of money, Joe. Florida's month-long back-to-school tax holiday begins today. That do anything for you? No. Well, it might for people that are going back to school shopping. It's like all kinds of stuff like computers and clothes and all the stuff that you need for your kids to go back to school here.
what are you saying? It's on the cheap or what?
You don't pay tax. You save sales tax.
Okay.
So you don't get that extra 7%.
All right. You guys going out and do it today? You guys gonna?
Well, it's a month-long holiday, Joe.
Try to get going. You and the wife get some time off.
It goes through August 20th.
Oh, good. All right.
So we'll go school supply shopping when, maybe at the end of the month here.
All right. Yeah, I'm out of that business right now.
I know you are. But it doesn't say anything about tennis apparel not being included. So maybe you go out there and get some more tennis gear.
I'm good.
Tax-free.
Tax-free. Nothing's tax-free, Woody. Nothing in life's tax-free. All right. We've got the 8 o'clock hour coming up. Chris Whittingham's going to join us. We're going to talk to Chris a little bit about the World Cup and everything around it. We'll have that for you when we come back. But first, hey, man, until recently, that 6-game losing streak, boy, the Marlins have been playing great. They got 3 against the Astros, and then they will be home this weekend to take on the San Diego Padres, followed by a 3-game series against a team they're right behind, the Philadelphia Phillies. So they got the 6-game homestand. and they got a lot of cool things going on. Join the Marlins for a special Venezuelan Heritage Celebration presented by Santa Teresa as part of the T-Mobile Heritage Series on Saturday, July 25th at 4:10 p.m. Each ticket includes an exclusive jersey with a portion of proceeds benefiting Venezuelan relief efforts. Then catch the Fighting Fish, face the Padres, Manny Machado and all the guys. Get your tickets today at marlins.com/Venezuela and know you're helping a great cause and hopefully get to see some great baseball where the Marlins have been playing really well at home.
733.
This update is brought to you by Doral Hyundai in Miami. We go to the beach for a little Solcito, and when we want a low price, you save with your Pricito. Save now with your Pricito at Doral Hyundai. Starting with the World Cup, where Spain beat Argentina 1-0 in extra time. This is Spain's second World Cup win. Over to the Marlins, who were swept by the Brewers, falling 3-1. Miami looked to bounce back tonight when they head to Houston to begin a 3-game series. Tonight's first pitch is at 8:10. You can catch the game right here on WQAM. And in golf, Ryan Fox won the Open Championship. Time for weather, brought to you by Tornado Roofing and Contracting, helping keep your home and family safe when the storms roll in. Visit tornadoroofing.com for your free roof and window estimate. We are creeping into the 90s here with a 15% chance of rain. The Joe Rose Show continues now. All right, Joe, it is time to head out to the Toyota of Hollywood hotline. Shop over 2,000 Toyotas on sale, one location, Toyota of Hollywood on 441 between Hollywood and Sheridan, toyotaofhollywood.com.
All right, Woody. Thank you. World Cup championship, man. I loved it. Guys screaming 0-0 at half, and you say this is it's good. It's good, man. It's final game. It was a passionate, it was physical, I loved it. It was a great way to finish it up. Chris Whittingham, CBS Sports, Galazzo, and Apple TV MLS joins us this morning. Hey, Whit, first of all, thank you, brother, as always, for coming on with us. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. And by the way, Joe, it seems like you're becoming a big-time soccer guy. If you can find that entertaining, if you're telling your friends you found that entertaining, then you're really developing an acquired taste for the world's game.
Well, I get the strategy a little bit. It was a lopsided. It looked like Spain was dominating the game, and I thought Argentina said we can't beat these guys unless we play a certain way. Is that the way you read into it? They weren't real aggressive offensively.
100%, and I'm honestly surprised the degree to which Spain dominated the game. When Argentina, one of the best teams in the world who have great players, probably as good of players as Spain do, don't so much as register a shot in the game into the 117th minute, it just revealed what we saw from Spain throughout this tournament, which is they control games with the ball. And I think it is incredible that they can do it to that degree at that high of a stage. They did it to France, who I thought were the most talented team in the tournament by some distance. They did it to Argentina, did it to Portugal, did it to Belgium. These are 4 of probably the top 10 or 11 teams in the world, and they just do what they do game after game after game. And it was amazing to watch on that stage. So at no point did Argentina even mount what we saw in the previous rounds, that 10 to 15 minute period where they look unstoppable, like they did against England, like they did against the 2 African teams that they beat in the earlier knockout rounds as well. It's shocking that they did it to that degree.
Chris, I'll never complain about NFL and NBA officials again because nobody's got a more difficult job. And these are the best officials, referees in the world, right? The ones for this. And there's 3 or 4 guys knocked down all over the field and guys stepping on their foot. I see a goal and I'm going, it's a goal. And they're going, no, it's getting called off. And I'm like, for what? What could have the guy was? What was your take on the officiating?
Yeah. I mean, that goal that got disallowed, the one from Nico Williams, where there was a step on the boot, but it didn't really seem to be like much of one. The good news is I think that VAR didn't get involved in any of those because there's such a furor around Argentina getting calls that if the VAR comes down and says, I thought that was a foul in the buildup, and it turns out to be this little step on a boot, that wouldn't have been very good. I thought the one that got disallowed for offside, incredibly close. But again, they called it on the field and it was correct. And the technology showed it was correct. The one that was a step on the boot was kind of a bit soft for me. But again, the referee sees it in real time and he gives it. I'm kind of glad that in the end, the referee and the refereeing didn't decide the game and certainly didn't decide the game in Argentina's favor because that had really been the story of probably this World Cup and the last one as well. Even if I was an Argentina fan, I would not want the referee to intervene on my behalf because it's become such a story and such a thing. If you want to, Joe, if you want to do numbers on social media, just talk about what a big conspiracy this World Cup was in the favor of Argentina because anyone who does that right now is profiting big time. So I think in some ways, I'm really glad that wasn't the story because it would have been such a bummer.
So right back to MLS. Messi takes some time off, you think? Does he play this week?
I doubt
he's out probably both games.
Probably. I would say so. It might be a couple weeks until he's back again. He gave so much. I mean, he talked about being tired. He talked about being tired after the round of 32 game against Cabo Verde. So he has to be absolutely exhausted. Normally what would happen, because the MLS is I said the MLS, it's just MLS, like MLB. MLS is a little bit of a different calendar where we're in the middle of the season, as opposed to a new season normally is going to start in a month for most teams that play in Europe. MLS is moving to a different calendar, but it is still the case that you're in the middle of the season and you would be expected to get right back to it. Whereas most players right now at the highest levels are going to go on a 3-week vacation before the club season starts again. So I would be surprised if we see him probably in the next 2 weeks, I would say at least. But yeah, he's going to have to rest, because that was a level of exertion that is well and above what he's used to delivering week in, week out.
I got to tell you, Chris, Spain, the way they played together, team, my God, they got some young guys that are really talented. The way they play everybody and everything. They're the big winners, obviously win the World Cup. The second biggest winner, I've said this before, the Moss brothers getting ready to enter Miami, coming back, because I've had more people say, I got to take my kid to go see Messi in the new stadium. I think it's going to be a home run this year.
I completely agree. I have season tickets. My parents use them, but there has been an incredible demand to go see him. And this was, again, before he proved on the biggest stage that he's still that guy. Now, unfortunately, we didn't see it yesterday. I think that was probably from my personal vantage point. I think the best team won. I think Spain were the best team at this World Cup, but I was a little bit bummed that we didn't see one last stand from Messi. And that Messi, I think he was able to deliver some kind of moment here and there. They look close, but he ultimately couldn't deliver the big moment, a goal, an assist. He didn't remind you. He couldn't seize control of a game that was getting out of Argentina's control. And I think that's the one thing that we missed out on with that performance yesterday. But yeah, I completely agree that if you spend any time watching this World Cup and you realize this dude's playing in your backyard, that you're not that far away from going and seeing him for a few $100s, which I will admit is a bit steep for a lot of people, but you know, for some of these World Cup games, it was $1,500, $2,000. You can watch this guy for a few $100s play in your backyard every weekend. I don't know. I would take them up on that.
I got you. No, I got you. I'm on the plan myself. So I want to ask you about the third place game. It's interesting because we spent last week going, hey, those guys don't care about third place. Back in France and England, they're already getting ripped for losing the game and getting in a situation. Now you're going to go home and go, we got the bronze. We finished third. And they're going, screw you guys, you're bums and everything. So the game starts. It's 4-0. It looks like France checks out. Then we get a hell of a game.
Yeah.
It's just up and down. It was great.
Incredibly, Miami got the game of the tournament. It was probably the least consequential one. And I think that kind of played into it. Look, I think in the first half, I thought France were embarrassing with the lack of effort that they put in to that game in the first half. That's a team that should never, under any circumstances, be 4-0 down in a game.
Right.
Even with some of the rotations that they had made, there are a few players that weren't putting in any kind of effort. And then, honestly, it kind of reminds me, Joe, of like an NBA All-Star game where for 3 quarters, everyone's just kind of lollygagging around and you know, we're trying alley-oops. We're trying things that are never going to work in a real game. And then at some point, LeBron or Kobe or Michael Jordan in the fourth quarter goes, hey, guys, we're going to start trying. Yeah. And there was a couple players that came on for France and said, we're going to start trying. We're going to put some real effort into this game, get into tackles, get involved. And all of a sudden, France looked like France. Honestly, the kind of France that we wanted to see for a while. And honestly, Joe, they would have had them anyway because it was incredibly hot in Miami. But if it wasn't for the hydration break in the second half where they stopped the game, because France scored 3 goals going into that hydration break, the game stops and England can compose themselves and go, guys, we can't have this happen again.
Yeah.
It was bad enough when it was 1-0. If they blew a 4-0 lead and lost that third place game, they would have been that honestly might have been a fireable offense for their manager. I'm not even kidding. Yeah. As ridiculous as it is to say during a third place game. But man, it was incredible entertainment, and those guys sort of delivering their attacking best. Those are some of the best players in the world. Those guys delivering their best in a game that kind of counts was really fun to watch.
England coaching against Argentina, losing a collapse, just totally changed the way I called it the prevent defense of the NFL. What was your take on that? I know they're just crushing the coach, and I don't know what happens in the future. What'd you think about that at the end? All of a sudden, Argentina is firing shots everywhere.
Yeah, so there was a part of it, Joe, that I understand the criticism of the coach because obviously he's the one who can change things from the bench. He had the hydration break. He had his 5 substitutions to figure out a way to arrest control of that game. The one problem is that I just don't think that there's any coach who would plan to complete 2 passes in 20 minutes. I also think it was a fairly significant failure of the players as well. And the other thing too, Joe, is you have to understand a little bit the history of England in the World Cup and in major tournaments. This is the 8th time in the last 30 years that they were leading in a game and went on to lose. So there is something in the psyche of English football where they get a lead and their thought is, let's back up, let's defend. And I don't think that's necessary because this is across 5 or 6 managers that these kinds of results have happened. It happens over and over. They get a lead, usually early. This was in like the 55th minute, but usually it's like in the first 15 minutes. They get a lead and they sit back and they defend and they hang on and they're not going and being proactive and trying to change the game. So there is definitely a part of it that is the manager, but there is also a part of it that is the players completely folded in a big moment to finally get to a World Cup final for them, which they haven't reached in 60 years. So for them to have gotten to that stage and not been able to deliver, I think is at least partially the fault of the players.
All right, going forward with the MLS, Inter Miami coming back, the favorites again to take care of business.
I would say so. Obviously, a lot of it depends on how Messi comes back. But they're getting another guy who featured prominently in this World Cup and has featured prominently at major European club football, a midfielder named Casemiro, who played for Real Madrid for tons of years, won multiple Champions League, was just at Manchester United, and is a stalwart for the Brazilian national team. He's going to join Inter Miami this summer as well. So another big name star that's coming into the team to help solidify their midfield. So they just remain the most talented team in MLS. They have Messi, who really drives their ceiling to a really high level. So it just comes down to how those guys come back, the level of fitness that they'll have come the end of the season, having given so much of this World Cup. But anytime they step on the field, they're the most talented team. I think they've played some weird games, some ropey games. As a matter of fact, the last game that they played before the World Cup break was a 6-4 against Philadelphia, and they looked at times like, what are they doing defensively? And I think Casemiro is going to be brought in to fix some of that stuff, but anytime they step on the field, they're the best team. So yes, especially in a playoff format where you don't have to be good for 34 games, you have to be good for 5 or 6 games. They can go on and win the whole thing for sure.
So just one follow-up, because I get asked this all the time. So how does the rest of the MLS allow us to keep getting all these great players that aren't too far out of their prime to come here, that are clearly still the best players in this, and some of them aren't either adding players like we are, or are you just telling me nobody wants to go anywhere else except play in Miami?
Well, it requires 2 things, right? It requires that level of attractive destination, which Miami definitely is and always was. That's why when Miami came into MLS, it was like, oh my God, this team has the potential to be one of the great teams. Because I've been following soccer for a long time. Big-time professional soccer players have always come to Miami. It's just usually on vacation in the summer.
Right.
You could track any big-time Miami restaurant and find 25 World Cup level footballers hanging around at any given time during the offseason. So it was always one of the attractive destinations. But LA and New York also are too. LAFC and LA Galaxy have always attracted big-time stars. David Beckham originally went to LA Galaxy. LAFC have brought in some big-name players as well. They have one in Son Heung-min. Antoine Griezmann is now in Orlando. There's some big-time players that are going all over the leagues, but you have to have an attractive destination. You get Messi on board, and a lot of people want to come play with Messi. That has absolutely been a high-level attraction. But you also have to be able to put in the financial backing into it. And that's what the Moss family has done and Beckham has done to this incredible extent, where they are spending on their salary about twice as much as any other team in the league. They're doing it within the confines of the rules, but you have to say, I'm willing to pay one guy $25 million a year, another guy $10 million a year, and another guy $7 million a year. And there just aren't that many MLS owners that are willing to do that. I actually think Chicago right now are a team that are doing that. They just brought in a big-time Polish superstar. Chicago has a big-time Polish community named Robert Lewandowski, who has played at Barcelona, played at Bayern. He's a big-time star, and he's going to be a big hit for them. But they can back it up with even more stars by bringing in those big-time players as well. So it really just comes down to commitment, and Miami has shown that at a level that no other MLS club has previously.
Oh, those Moss brothers want to spend, man. There is no question.
They want to spend more, by the way. Like there's a suggestion that's next summer the spending rules in the league are going to change, and it's the new owners, the ones that have been pushing for bigger stars, more salary to be spent on teams to drive that. So it might even be opened up for them to do it even more starting next summer.
Chris, man, I appreciate it. Real quickly, LeBron James coming, or are you drinking the Kool-Aid that
I'm
he
drinking
might
the Kool-Aid, Joe. I think it's going to happen.
Right.
I think we're going to learn today that it's going to happen.
I like that. You know, you've been real positive,
fun, man.
With Woody, you know, you've been so positive. He's like got a cloud over his head. I appreciate that, man. Thank you. Thanks,
no worries
Chris.
at all. Yeah, have a good one, guys.
Appreciate it, brother. Chris Whittingham joining us this morning. Talk a little bit. Sorry. And look at that, Woody. Look, you hear how positive he was? That was beautiful, man. That was nice to hear right there. Hey, summer's here, and boy, I'll tell you what, a lot of guys out there going through anxiety, depression. Things happen in our lives. There's nothing you can do about it. Things happen in your life you can't control. Marriages end, breakups, jobs, things happen. Sometimes it's out of your control, and you can't get out of it. You get a little depressed. You can't get out of it by yourself. You get in a funk. Your friends notice. They can't help you. And if you know somebody that's going through it, or somebody listening right now has been feeling really down and not able to get out of it, and others have noticed, hey, man, Recovery Unplugged is unbelievable. Dr. Barry and his team at Recovery Unplugged really have your back. Their mental health residential program in Fort Lauderdale is a private, comfortable space to heal with music-based care that hits the right note. They accept most major insurance plans. Call 954-737-4508. To all our fans out there and everybody else, listen, things happen in your life. You're off the road. We want to get you back on it with Recovery Unplugged. Visit recoveryunplugged.com this summer. Heal out loud.
The Joe Rose Show is presented
And welcome back. Good morning to everybody. We're gonna be checking in here in just a little while. Brian Geltzeiler is going to join us at 9:00, Sirius XM NBA Radio, and see what Geltzy's thinking with LeBron, as well as some of the other guys that still haven't signed contracts. Some of the buyout contracts that will be happening here very soon as well, of guys looking to go somewhere else. Whew, man. I can't say it enough. I just this not original, but Giannis, Bam, LeBron, Wiggins, and Davion Mitchell in your starting five for introductions for the opener at home. How about that? How would that sound for a year? Portis, Hardaway.
Sounds like an expensive ticket.
Pella Larson.
Sounds like.
Yeah, sounds like. Remember last time they got the big three, they just fired the whole cell staff.
Yeah.
They go, we don't need you.
I think they're probably close as it is.
Yeah, I'm guessing Giannis is not bad for business, for getting national games. But all of a sudden you get LeBron and Giannis with Bam and Wiggins and all the rest of the guys. So, yeah, man, it's be fun to see what LeBron's going to do. And I liked over the weekend. Windhorse kind of started it, in fairness. What did you read it that way? Windhorse goes, something's kind of weird here. Man, I think Miami might be the place he's going, and that then everybody, of course, follows what Brian has said, Windhorse. And but now what Vegas has, for whatever it's worth, LeBron as the favorite to come here. For the Heat to be the favorite to get LeBron is what I'm trying to say. We have a lot of other stuff to get to here this morning, as it's been a crazy one, a lot of crazy stuff. Then what's not crazy is the Marlins have lost their mojo. 6 straight losses. Is that their longest losing streak of the season? It's got to be close. Maybe they had 7 at some point, but another loss yesterday, 1-0 lead in the bottom of the 9th, and give up a 3-run homer after Yuri Perez just pitched his ass off. 6 shutout innings, 9 Ks, 1 hit, just got out of a jam late there. Line drive, doubled up a guy at third base, and
they got to figure out that closer, Joe. That's the problem.
What are we gonna do? Second highest paid guy in the team.
It's not working. Every time they throw him out there, you're walking on eggshells out there.
Gave up a walk and a hit, and then
he's got the highest ERA on the team.
Yeah, no, it's not.
I know they're paying him $13 million, but they got to move off him. They can't keep throwing him out there in 1-0 games.
So the other one, and you're right, by the way, you're in these games. You got to get those games. You just can't lose those games. The other one that I go back to that's a little bit of a concern right now is Jacob Marcy. It's 100 games, and you're hitting under 200.
Yeah,
now,
it's a big enough sample size where
if you got guys around you on both sides, and by the way, Conine is just like chewing it up right now. Just wherever you put him, he's hitting home runs, and I think he's got his batting average up to almost 280. He's just really, since coming up, has done a nice job of, well, wherever they end up putting him, in the outfield or DH, and he's been a good one. But man, at some point, if you can't carry a guy in center field hitting 195 or 196, you just can't do it. And 100 games, and I know, hey man, everybody's telling me before the year started, this is the guy they're building it around, and maybe they still will. You have to start taking some time away, or he needs to go down and work on some things. Or I know they're working with him here and trying to get him straight. And they go, he's still good defensively and all that. Just can't have a guy playing center field that hits under 200. That's a tough one. It's tough. So anyway, 3-run homer takes you down there last night. And then on top of that, we've got a bunch of other things going on. It's been kind of a crazy time. Great Open Championship finish. I always say one of my favorite things to watch, and I don't play golf. Those days are long gone. Frustration levels were too high. I was seeing an ugly side of myself that I truly never wanted to see again, trying to play that game, that frustrating frigging game called golf. Ryan Fox yesterday, 11-foot putt on 18 to win and not have to go to extra holes. 11-foot putt, maybe a little longer, buries it. And you know, he really, I'm guessing he didn't think he had a chance to win that tournament. I know it sounds kind of weird, but you got some really good players there at the top that are, you know, Scotty Scheffler can, you know about all the guys that can get hot and you know, and
there was actually a really funny photo of him. He flew back, you know, on a commercial flight.
Yeah.
He had the trophy, you know, trophy comes in like a big suitcase type thing.
Yeah.
It was in the overhead compartment of where he was sitting on the plane. Someone took a photo of him with
awesome.
the jug, whatever they call that thing.
So, Woody, I'm so used to seeing a guy win a big tournament and the family comes running out. The kids, he's 39 years old, but the kids come running out. The wife, a lot of times the mom and dad are still young enough. They can get around and they're there. The coach is there. Everybody's hugging him. The guy wins the tournament and a couple people shake his hand from the tournament and he just walks back.
It's an expensive trip, though. It's not. I mean, it's not. He's a guy from Australia, right?
Was it New Zealand? If I'm
Something
not
like
mistaken.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, he's from New Zealand.
Both of those are far away.
But he's won some. He's won a couple tournaments before. Not this year, but in the past. But he was so shocked that he won the tournament. He was sitting down. They showed him filling out the scorecards. You know, they have to do that at the end. And his playing partner, who had just gagged on himself and couldn't hold the lead, but he's sitting there and he was just, you could tell he's like, I can't believe I just won this. I can't believe I won it. And he's putting his head up. Then he puts his head down. He's on the phone trying to make a call to his family, his wife and his kids. Hey, I'm gonna be on TV. And I swear to God, it was just unbelievable. We're so used to guys having their family and they do it and they come back out and they're catching his phone call on the cell phone back here to Florida where his family now lives. They just moved to Florida so he could be around the tournaments and I guess other PGA golfers. And he's going, I'm going to be on TV in a few minutes. Okay. I'm going down. I'll be on TV if you're watching. It was unbelievable. It was so refreshing to see. And when I saw him walking by himself and just no hugs, nobody looked like a wife or acted like a girlfriend or kids running around or the mom or dad, not even your coach that, you know, all these guys got coaches and nothing. He just walked up there by himself. And you're right. I'll get home as soon as I can. It's like no private plane for me, honey. But I am going to grab it was first class, right? Woody? He did go first class after winning $3.2 million.
It didn't look like it.
Oh my God.
No,
Yeah.
he was in coach.
Yeah, it didn't look like it.
It's awesome. Hey, you're not the guy that just won. Yeah, I'm Ryan Fox. I'm your Open champion. He looked like
carry that thing right onto the plane.
He looked like a pro that's a coach out here in Davie or at one of your local clubs here. And what a great story, man. I was, you know, you kind of find it. Scotty Scheffler is gagging on himself, can't putt anymore as the top player in the world. He's struggling. You got Bryson DeChambeau looked great. Rory McIlroy kind of fell back and all the guys. And then here's this guy, Ryan Fox, just had a little stretch there and then got it back. And here he is, man, Open champion. Boy, you talk about your life changing now as far as getting in tournaments. And he's ranked 56 in the world anyway. But my God, that's life changing stuff right there, man. Going home, that check looks a little different. You're showing the wife. Haven't had one of these for a while, sweetheart. Crazy, crazy stuff, man. It's just refreshing to see. He goes, I was shaking all over. Did you see anybody see his reaction? I was shaking all over that putt. He goes, what were you thinking on that putt? I was just trying to take it back and my nerves, he said, just get it towards that hole and maybe one will go in. And he makes this long putt. And that's it. That's it. The Bryson DeChambeau and Rory McIlroy stuff, the drama. I know some people don't like Rory either. But Bryson DeChambeau, Well, I'll tell you what, everybody's got an opinion on him one way or the other. I happen to think the PGA Tour needs him desperately. They need him every week. In my opinion, he needs to be on that. If there's one guy on that live tour that they might want to kiss some ass on to get him back over, not that he may have any choices to go anywhere else anyway, it's Bryson DeChambeau. What, are you with me? Like, the guy's got a little personality. Whether you like him or you don't, and I get the feeling a lot of guys, especially on the PGA Tour, don't like him. He's good for business. He is good for business. Has some personality out there. He was making fun. He got 2-stroke penalty, and he threatened he was going to, I'm not showing up tomorrow. If you're going to take 2 shots away from me, and he was only 1 off the lead after Friday, and you're like, don't do that. You're 3 back now. You play the way you can play, you'll win this tournament. But he kind of fell apart there. Didn't happen. All right, we got to go to break here. But, yeah, wild stuff, man. Nothing like the back 9 of a major, or as far as that goes, any PGA event on the back 9. How do you play under pressure? Amazing stuff. Congratulations to Ryan friggin' Fox. What a close. What a close. Hey, I want to take a minute to tell you about an organization I've been talking about for a long time. Chapman Partnership. They do a great job. They do a fantastic job. Matter of fact, trying to talk to the Dolphins, I said, man, we got to be involved with Chapman Partnership. The work they're doing down in Dade County for the homeless. And you know, you got to get everybody past. It's not a homeless shelter. No, it's not. It's changing lives daily. Yeah, people come there to eat, but it's about a place to live, and it's about rehab. It really is. It's about providing caring support, all these wraparound services and programs that they have at Chapman Partnership. They're focused on building pathways for client success through their CP Works program. And they've been doing it, providing real jobs in the community, helping them find a place to live. 3 to 4 months is the goal. Now, listen, not everyone's a success, but we got some great stories of people that have bounced back. We got mental health doctors come in. We got all these people in Dade County that support, give their time, doctors and stuff to really make this thing work. Chapman Partnership is one of the greatest success stories around the country when it comes to the homeless. What they do at their 2 facilities and more than 800 people, half of them are families, and just helping everybody get back together, man. And we need your help. We always need your support because it's so impactful. Money, time. If you want to donate, you can do it. Boy, we'd love to have you. Let's help support families and individuals overcoming homelessness at Chapman here in 2026. Before I get to school, man, go online to chapmanpartnership.org. You can make a big difference. Thank you so much.
WQAM.
All right, welcome back. Sometimes people do dumbass things, dumb things. We talk about them. At first, it was kind of funny, and we talked about it being the crazy guy playing football and the guy that's goes this Cam Scatterboo story. It's not funny. It really isn't. Like I get the video and doing a flip after you've had surgeries on your ankle. If I'm the Giants, first of all, you can never count on this guy. This Cam Scatterboo story, I'm telling you, he won't sniff the end of the season if he doesn't make some changes on and off the field of being a complete dumbass.
So we have the video of this. We're going to post this up on our YouTube stream right now. We're on 104.3 WQAM on YouTube. And we're going to show the video. So, like, he's at Fanatics Fest.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of wrestling stuff going on at Fanatics Fest. So, like, wrestling, whatever.
Yeah.
And he was, like, doing his wrestling. He looked like his wrestling intro or whatever, his walk. And he decides to break out a backflip. And he had the really bad ankle injury was like 9 months ago. It was in October of last year.
It's just stupid, Woody. Like the stuff that he's doing coming off surgery, you're getting ready to go to camp. And listen, you make all the money you can. And I know now you've got this image. You have to like, you're crazy, right? You're crazy because he said he's not going to change the way he plays.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, I'm guessing somebody has told him, like, hey, man, I get that's what you're all about. You've been an underdog. Nobody wanted you, so you're out to prove to everybody, and how good you are. He won't last in that league. He won't sniff 3 years in that league. But bigger than that is the damage, like running into walls and trying to run, with all this stuff that's out there right now. And all the guys that are dealing with head injuries, permanent head injuries from concussions, you can't be that stupid. And let's just talk about the Giants. I'd have been the first one on hey, you spent all off season rehabbing this friggin' ankle. Like, what are you doing?
Backflips. Yeah.
What are you doing backflips?
The landing on that thing is gruesome. Like, it just looks like both his knees explode.
No, he's
like meathead scream.
I'm guessing the Giants are better get their money's worth out of him in this rookie contract because I don't know.
Does not seem like he is going to last very long, though.
Yeah. Well, what are you doing, man? That was crazy, and just, I mean, I get it, and he's fun. He was fun. He was
they had to put out an article
fun
on
college
ESPN.com that him saying he's okay. It's on the front page. Because you see something like that and you think, he's playing it off,
yeah.
But it looks really bad.
And his sidekick in the backfield in that rookie class, Dart, he's another one.
He's a very reckless player as well, yes.
Again, I think he's got a chance to be a good player. He does. He's got and they're talking about a franchise quarterback. We've seen, but
quarterbacks can get smarter.
They can get smarter, but
he's very reckless.
So this thing about. And we had a quarterback like that was down here. Fitzpatrick.
Yeah.
He was running guys over and the players, listen, he got our team fired up. Like, I watched what he did. He gave this team a spark, man. Those guys would do anything for him across the board because if he had to get a first down, he's going to try to jump over you, run around over you. He would do whatever. But this guy is now running down the sideline taking hits and some guys take hits better than others. And by the way, to Malik, who's a great runner, you got to be smart too. He's got to know when to slide. You got the first down. There's no reason over 3 or 4 or 5 extra yards or trying to make a middle linebacker look silly or a safety coming up. Man, if you got it, go down. Man, we want you for 17 games, not 12, not 10.
Yeah, but you still, I mean, we had a guy that you got on for sliding short of the sticks last season. So
I got on him for not knowing where the first down marker was. He never quite got the concept of when you slide into second base, that slide where you butt slide, that the ball gets dropped back like 2 yards. He never quite got that compared to dive forward and reach out with the ball and you get credit for the yardage. He never. Now, again, it's your head's in front, and I get it, and the whole thing of reaching it out, but there was place for him to actually get first downs and go down. And he decided not to, including the boat dance we got that one day where he thought he had it and he was.
That was actually pretty funny.
Yeah. Except when he got up and he found out.
He was pretty short.
It wasn't even like 2 inches. It was like, hey, you're a yard back, man. Here. Not a good look. All right, Woody. Whew, man, we're all over the place. I didn't think we were going to get to you think how many games do you think he plays, Scattaboo?
I wouldn't draft him in fantasy football. I just, it's such an insanely stupid thing to do. To show, I mean, what, you're showing everyone your ankle's healed, which by the way, I don't know if is it fully healed?
I'm guessing it is.
9 months. You can, I mean, he had that was a full break.
Yeah. The toe and the ankle take a long time to heal. I've had both surgeries. They
prefer
take
not
forever.
to see the guy doing backflips on a WWE fake entrance. And
I'm guessing the Giants would agree with you, from the front office to the coaching staff, running back coach, offensive coordinator, head coach. I'm guessing they are all like.
Imagine them seeing that video. They're flipping through Twitter.
First of all, they're going.
Yeah, showing everyone.
Can you imagine he blows that thing out that lands awkwardly?
It wouldn't be the first time someone did something like that.
And he's got to go back to the team.
We've seen guys get hurt celebrating in games.
Woody,
guys have gotten hurt in the offseason doing stupid stuff.
I don't know. That
would have taken the cake. That would have been probably.
Did he think this video wasn't going to go out instantly when he did this coming off that surgery?
I think he thought he was going to land it clean and it was going to be a very cool thing that he did it. Look at me. My ankle's better.
Man, crazy. We've had a lot of stuff, man. We've been all over the board.
Imagine when you saw Achan at Fanatics Fest. He did a backflip and fell backwards like that. He blew out his knees.
Hey, we had a guy did a lot of flips here.
Tyreek?
He did.
Yep.
I didn't worry about him, though.
No. Usually they were after touchdowns.
I'm shocked he had, honestly. I thought that guy, he got pulled down from behind, he limped, and he played through it.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that? Well, and I think everybody was impressed the fact that he just decided he's going to stay on the field and play through stuff. But when he finally got that awkward fall and destroyed his knee, I was shocked because that guy's so athletic. I never expected that would be the way that he was going to get hurt. But you never know, man. You never know with that sport. No question. Just never. When you go out there, man, you're at risk. And I don't know. I don't know if we're going to see Tyreek Hill play again. I really don't. I know he's already pitching teams to take him and stuff. And
well, if he misses the season, he's definitely done, I would think.
You know, the doctor, I happen to know the doctor. I'm not allowed to say the doctor's name, but the doctor that did the surgery has done my surgeries. And that team, whoever tries to take a shot, they're not doing anything till they talk to him. He did all the work, right? They got to talk to him.
Well, it'd be a very cheap, kind of low risk, high reward type of thing, right?
Yeah, but the team, even if it's
but so it's not going to be now, right? It's not going to be going into camp. I don't think anyone's going to sign him now, but maybe, midway through the season, guys start to get hurt.
Yeah, but I'm still telling you, no
contender.
matter what he looks like running, you got to cut and you got to do all that stuff.
Yeah, I
Somebody's
know.
going to pick the phone up and go, "Can I talk to Doctor?" Hey, you did it. How bad is this thing? What's the chances you've seen him? And the guy that did it's one of the best in the country at destroyed knees. That's the greatest teaser I can do right there.
Yeah.
I want to say
Someone will take a chance.
I want to say his name because he's such a he knows all that stuff. All right, we got to go to break here, man. 9:00 hour's coming up. We do have a lot more stuff to get to here. Can't believe it, man. Players, the rookie draft picks will be out on the field. What is it, tomorrow, the next day, next couple of days? Rookies will report next week. Veterans will be together, and then it is on. Fans will be able to go out there and see what it looks like and see what everybody's been talking about this guy and that guy, and he made this throw, he can't make that throw, and this guy can get open and that guy can, and we're off and running, man. You get to see the new head coach in action and see what the general managers put together for a 90-man roster as we get ready to go, because football is about ready to go full-blown here in just a few days. If you're looking for a truck, man, that's as durable as you can be, well, I'm telling you right now, your South Florida Chevy dealer's got a truck family that we are proud of, man, proud of. From a Chevy Colorado, with everything you get there, from the Colorado Custom to the ZR2, it's got all the right tools to exceed your expectations. And then turn things up a couple of notches with a Chevy Silverado. From a custom Trail Boss to the Silverado EV, we actually have 10 models with 4 powerful engine choices. Silverado delivers an impressive balance of strength, dependability, and efficiency. Man, they give you everything you could ever want. I always say, and you've heard me say this before, they have so many different style of Silverado trucks. We got one perfect for your lifestyle, whether it's full-time working truck, that's how you make a living and that's it. You don't use that truck for anything else, or you need a truck for the whole family to get around and enjoy all the toys on the weekend, to go out with the boat and the wave runners and everything else. It might be a Chevy Silverado HD for you. Could choose from the powerful LTZ with a premium style substance to match, or just go to the big boy, the Chevy Silverado HD High Country. Hey, man, no matter what it is, we got a truck perfect for you and your Florida lifestyle. Chevy's got a Florida truck. All you have to do is stop by, take a test drive. 14 dealerships throughout South Florida. Visit your local South Florida Chevy dealers today. Together, man, let's drive.
Baseball coverage on WQAM is presented by Xfinity. Score the
Odyssey Sports Station. The home of champions. Home of the 5-time national champion Miami Hurricanes. The back-to-back Stanley Cup champion Florida Panthers. The 3-time NBA champion Miami Heat. Miami Hurricanes basketball. And now, the new home of the 2-time World Series winner Miami Marlins.
Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys.
Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
This update is brought to you by Darrell Hyundai in Miami. We go to the beach for a little Solcito, and when we want a low price, you save with your Pricito. Save now, your Pricito at Darrell Hyundai, starting with the World Cup, where Spain beat Argentina 1-0 in extra time. This is Spain's second World Cup win. Over to the Marlins, who were swept by the Brewers, falling 3-1. Miami looked to bounce back tonight when they head to Houston to begin a 3-game series. Tonight's first pitch is at 8:10, and you can catch the game right here on WQAM. And in golf, Ryan Fox won the Open Championship. Time for weather, brought to you by Tornado Roofing and Contracting, helping homeowners stay safe this storm season. Visit tornadoroofing.com for a free roof and window estimate. We are in the high 80s right now, peak in the high 90s later, with a 10% chance of rain. The Joe Rose Show continues now. Yeah, Joe, it is time to head out to the Toyota of Hollywood Hotline. Shop over 2,000 Toyotas on sale. One location, Toyota of Hollywood on 441 between Hollywood and Sheridan, toyotaofhollywood.com.
All right, Woody, thank you so much. And all this LeBron news, and now people are starting to say, well, maybe the Heat are the favorites. Brian Geltzeiler, Sirius XM NBA Radio, fresh off of vacation. Geltzy, how you doing, brother?
I'm great. How we doing, Joe?
Man, we're hanging in there. Hey, do we have a legit shot at LeBron? What's your gut telling you with all this talk about where he might be going?
Well, listen, if we are to take he and Rich Paul at their word, which is that money is not going to be a determining factor, I think the Heat are as viable as anybody. The Heat right now, out of all the other candidates that we're looking at for LeBron to go to, whether it's Cleveland, Golden State, or Philadelphia, to me, the Heat offer the best basketball fit, because ultimately LeBron likes to have the ball in his hands, even though he understands not necessarily a first option at this stage of his career. He comes to Miami. Miami needs him to have any semblance of a transition game. When you look at this roster right now, Joe, this is a roster that to me is a slow tempo, walk it up, beat the heck out of people type of roster. It's a big physical roster. Not a lot of shooting, but I think that's the way Miami's going to have to play, limiting possessions. If you put LeBron here, all of a sudden you literally develop a transition game where he's getting rebounds, 7-8 rebounds a game, and he's just taking them and going. Yeah. So I think when you kind of look at how all that shakes out for them, and the belief is, listen, LeBron goes to Philly. Jaylen Brown's got the ball in his hands a lot. We know Maxey has got the ball in his hands a lot. That's not going to be it'll be a role. And listen, anywhere LeBron goes is going to have a meaningful role, but not what he's been used to in the past. Cleveland, going to get the ball out of Donovan Mitchell and James Harden's hands? I don't think so. And listen, as nice as Golden State would be, and as much as he'd have the ball in his hands there, I don't know that offers all that realistic a chance of winning. That whole concept of the expendables and all these guys well into their 30s, there's a whole lot that has to go right in terms of guys staying healthy.
All right, Geltzy, so I want to ask you, if this does happen, I want to know what this does for you. Giannis, Bam, LeBron, Wiggins, and Davion starting at guard. What's that do for you for a starting five when you look at the East and how it plays out?
It makes you competitive with the Knicks, which is what you have to be in the East. And right now, listen, I love what the Heat did here. You go do that Giannis trade every time. It doesn't necessarily mean they're going to be competitive with the Knicks in the East right now. They're just flaws on this roster, and then there's some financial limitations in solving them. LeBron solves all of that. LeBron comes in again, won't be a great shooting team, but you have a source of easy baskets in transition. And you have just the kind of facilitator that's going to keep the ball in Giannis and Bam's hands, where they, in the spots they wanted and when they want it. Listen, I know a lot of people talk about, well, Giannis can lead offense and initiate offense playing point guard. That's not Giannis at his best. And so you the ball be in his hands sometimes. And again, he'll be encouraged, come down with a rebound, push the tempo and do that. But I think if you put LeBron here, it becomes the one piece that brings all of this together. And listen, I think LeBron's looking at that too. I really do. I think that LeBron's kind of looking at an opportunity saying, hey, coming here and doing this with Giannis may end up being the best thing for his legacy. Going back to Cleveland and doing it again there, well, maybe, but I don't know when you look at Philly or even you look at Golden State, what that does for his legacy.
How do you like Portis and Hardaway additions as well?
Love him. First of all, I'm the biggest Bobby Portis fan on earth because he always plays hard. He shoots the ball well. He's very, very physical. He's adapting. The thing about Portis is he's a really good front court partner for Giannis when he's in the game because his strengths work around Giannis's weaknesses. Hence, he can shoot from the perimeter. I love the Portis addition. And listen, I voted Tim Hardaway third in Sixth Man of the Year voting last year. I thought he had a super year for Denver. I thought Denver is lesser for not having him, and Miami desperately needs a shooter like that. So, you may have to hide him on defense a little bit, but he's a very important player for the Heat, and they got him cheap as hell, which is something. You look at some of these contracts that were signed this offseason, and you shake your head a little bit. Hardaway's contract's not one of those.
Hey, so DeMar DeRozan's kind of waiting here on free agency to see what's going to happen. We've heard Klay Thompson would like a buyout and might be interested in coming back here. Which guy's a better fit if I can only have one of those two to come in and add more support for this Heat team?
Oh, Klay, because he's going to help space the floor. There's no doubt to me. The interesting part about Klay Thompson here, and listen, he's been available for a while, but the interesting part now with his availability is they just, first of all, they matched that Mohamed Sisa offer sheet that the Knicks signed to. And then they made this trade yesterday, which I thought was a good trade for Dallas for Zachary Reese-Shea. They've got to get rid of two guys off that roster. And whether that's via trade, whether that's, ended up buying, someone like Klay Thompson out. So there's moves that have to be made. But if you're going to tell me to choose between Klay and DeRozan for the Heat, and I like DeMar DeRozan, I think there's places he can go that he would really, really help a ton. And he wouldn't be a bad player for the Heat. But to me, Klay Thompson's three-point shooting and the fact that I think Thompson, even though he's not a wonderful defensive player at this stage of his career, will guard better than DeMar DeRozan. No, DeMar DeRozan at his best in his NBA career was not a good defensive player. At this age, he's really challenged on that end of the floor.
Kind of a crazy one. We still talk about Tyler Hero a little bit, and he's been traded to Milwaukee. My gut feeling last year of his contract, he's going to be throwing it up in Milwaukee. What would you expect from him in Milwaukee numbers-wise to when he's playing that? He can be looking to get a new contract, and he knows you got to score, right? He can be throwing.
Yeah, absolutely. 25-5. That's what you're going to look at with Hero. Listen, Hero's going to have what he really always wanted, which is the ball in his hands. And so he's going to have that. He's going to be able to dictate that offense. It's not going to be a very good team. I mean, they've really punted on the next 4 years between the wave and stretch with Lillard last year and this insane Gary Trent deal, which was quite obviously a payoff on a wink-wink. So it's not like Hero's going to be in a winning situation. Yes, he's going to be playing for a new contract, but I think in some ways he's also going to be playing for a new team and see if maybe he can audition there, get a new contract that doesn't necessarily have to be with the Bucks, because the Bucks now, for the next 4 years, with the way they're set up financially, this is going to be NBA purgatory, Joe.
Yeah. Hey, speaking of Philadelphia, if they don't get LeBron and they go with that group, how good can they be?
They can be very good. Listen, if it still keeps coming down to the same thing for them, which is if you can keep Embiid on the floor in the playoffs, you're really, really tough. Now, the thing with Embiid that people have kind of lost sight of is the fact that all of these injuries have made him a weaker defensive player. He just doesn't have that kind of mobility. The Knicks crushed him in that second round series, just running every single pick and roll at him. And there was nothing he could do about it. He can't guard in space anymore. So there's that point to this. And listen, I don't know, for all the good that Philly's done here, I don't know how much I love what they've done regarding backup center. They brought Ariel Hukporti in, and they still have Adem Bono. That's a very important spot for them. That's why one of the interesting parts about LeBron going there is I almost think LeBron's better off there with Embiid hurt than he is with Embiid healthy, because they can play a small ball type of approach where LeBron at times could even be a small ball five. And with the way that they can push tempo and the way Maxey pushes tempo and the athleticism of Brown and Edgecombe, they could really be a tough team with LeBron James independent of Embiid. In some ways, as good as Embiid is offensively, he slows them down a little bit. So with all that said, I think with this group, they could probably hide him a little bit better defensively. And, Dean Wade's a good defensive player. They brought him in. Brown defensive player. Edgecombe's a good defensive player. So they've surrounded this group with guys that can guard. It's just a question of, can Embiid stay on the floor, and how athletic is he going to be when he is on the floor?
So what's your gut feeling? He's got to, getting back to LeBron, LeBron's got to be close to making a decision on this, huh? Like now even the commissioner's coming out saying, hey, I got to get my schedule done. Everybody wants to know where you're going, man.
You know what? How cool is that to have that kind of career? And at the age of 41, to be able to have the kind of gravity that you're holding up a schedule release. I'm not mad at him. I give him all the credit in the world. You know what? You've accomplished so much in this game that at this age, we look at it, you know what? You're going to take your time. And here's the other thing, Joe. Do we really need to schedule July 20th? Like, are we okay getting the schedule on like August 15th? Like, I'm okay with that. I mean, the league probably doesn't love it, but whatever. Like, listen, take your time. Make the right decision for yourself, your family. It's a big choice for him. His son's in Los Angeles, okay? He's got his family in Los Angeles. He's going to go do this for basketball reasons, and God bless him. He should do this for basketball reasons. But by the same token, he's entitled to take his time in making a decision. So I don't have a big problem. I know people are like, oh, make up your mind already. You're holding up this. You're holding up that. You're an egomaniac. You know, there's an old saying, Joe. It ain't bragging if you can do it.
Yeah. No. He can do it. No question. Hey, Geltzy, thank you so much, man. Really appreciate you coming on, as always.
Always my pleasure, Joe. We'll catch up again soon, buddy. Have a great rest of your summer.
You too. Thank you. Brian Geltzeiler, Sirius XM NBA radio, talking about LeBron. See, now, how am I not getting jacked up after listening to that? Huh? Whew. Hopefully we know soon, though. Hey, I'm with it. He's earned the right to do this, but hopefully we know something real quick. Super sure. A different kind of super sure about this. When you sign your insurance policy, for some brokers, that's the finish line. Handshake, commission, done. Then you may not hear again from them until it's time for that renewal. Your business runs all year, and so do the gaps in the wrist. That's why I'm introducing Super Sure. If your company has more than 25 employees, whether you're the owner, CFO, or HR manager, it can be too complex. You just buy a policy online. Super Sure is a super agency built for you. Licensed in every state for your business insurance and employee benefits, all with your year-round support for you and your team. At supersure.com, you can access tools like fine print facts, which translates your current policy into plain English so you see what's covered and what's not. Plus, a business value calculator so you can estimate what your business is worth so you know what actually needs protecting. Go to supersure.com. One super agency makes a lot of sense to me. One powerful platform. All your policies in one place. Go to supersure.com. That's supersure.com, paid for by Supersure Insurance Agency, LLC, a licensed insurance agency.
The
All right. Welcome back. Want to thank Geltsy for coming on, talk a little bit about LeBron. Just, if nothing else, just selfishly, so I could hear somebody say, man, I think you got a really good chance to get him. That's all. I just want to know there's a little hope out there. Hey, I wanted to say this, too. After losing 6 straight and getting swept by a real good Milwaukee team, including a 1-0 lead in the bottom of the 9th, and give up a William Contreras 3-run homer, end up losing that game. So if you lose 6 straight. Astros tonight for the first of 3 on the road, and then they're going to be coming back home. They're going to be coming back home for a 6-game homestand. It's a good one. First of all, it's the Padres, followed by the Phillies, and they got some great things going on. You can get your tickets today at themarlins.com/Venezuela for a real special package they have for the weekend series when they get home to take on the Padres. And then for the Phillies, boy, if you're looking for great value, this is one of my favorites here in South Florida for the summer. Catch the Marlins and Phillies July 27th through the 29th. Take advantage of a fan favorite offer. Enjoy 2 for $25 and score 2 tickets plus 2 canned beers for just $25. It's one of the many great promotions that they have going on when you get your tickets. You can always go to marlins.com/tickets. And again, a lot of great giveaways, especially on this homestand coming up. They've got some really cool things. So check in with the Marlins. They got a great promotional team over there, and we just got to start winning some games again. Get going here after just did not see this coming after having the best month in the history of the franchise in June and off to a great start in July, and then all of a sudden you lose 6 straight, and you've had some great pitching performances. You got a good one from Alcantara, and you got another good one from Perez last night. You got to win those. You got to win those. So anyway, didn't happen. So we've got a lot of other things going on here because we're just a few days away from opening up. It's funny. Usually you talk about rookie camp, and it's not much, but considering you have so many friggin' rookies and such a young team, kind of important right from the start for this team, for this Dolphins team. And then next week, the veterans will also be joining them, and we are off and running, man. And you'll be able to go out and see it for the practices. And
good to have football back, right?
It is good. Listen,
football where they score more than 1 goal in a 3-hour game.
I got to tell you, that's the biggest problem everybody had was not seeing enough scoring. That's an American problem.
It is an American problem.
It's an American problem. We like scoring.
That's just crazy to pay what those people paid. Like if you're an Argentina fan, they didn't have 1 shot on goal.
And you have Messi.
That's crazy.
And he was just kind of standing on the side over there. It was a weird one, yeah.
I mean, there's 19 guys running around.
0 shots on goal. And you can't.
He had a great World Cup, though. He did. No, you can't take away from what he did. Hey, they wouldn't be there without him. Yeah. They'd have been out of this tournament a long-ass time ago, including that game against England. But they would have been done. It's good to have football back, and, we just finished the ACC. The SEC is kicking off, I think, today with their media day, and know there will be some stuff.
There'll be some fireworks, yeah. Starting with a guy in LSU.
Yeah. They open with Clemson.
Oh, man, that's right. I forgot
about Dabo and those guys going over there.
Yeah.
Talk to him about that.
Wow. That's gonna be a tough one. Hey, Dabo, I give him credit. Dabo jumped into the transfer portal.
Yep.
I thought he was going to fight it till he got fired or walked away. No, I'm being dead serious. He's about principles and the way that college football should be, and he's got beliefs, and he's not gonna change. And hey, he's the last guy. All the other guys because that first year we were up there together, and all those guys were coming on ripping. The NIL is going to be terrible. I'm getting out of the game. And they all got out.
Yeah.
Matt got out in North Carolina. They all started getting out. The old Duke coach got out.
All these guys have ideas on how to fix college football. There's a bunch of the interviews that I did are posted on our webpage, on the podcast page on WQAM.com. But I spoke to a handful of coaches. And they all seem to have ideas. Everyone's kind of mixed on this playoff thing.
Listen, everything they're talking about has already been thought of. Everything they're talking about is thought of.
And I think we're going to 24 for the playoff. I think
it's way
just about
too many.
A done deal.
I
guess the
many.
SEC is on board, and obviously the ACC, their commissioner believes it's unanimous, but that didn't seem accurate.
I mean, whatever.
24 is insane, man.
I know. So the thought is, and the ACC's guilty too. They're going, well, if we got 24, we'll get more than one team in.
Yeah, but I don't know. Is the money going to be the same? Like, you're diluting your product by just adding games.
Woody?
I've never been a fan of adding games.
I got to tell you, when we got into 4, I did a backflip one day. Damn near got hurt.
Yeah.
Because I was so excited. They finally got away from, well, we got 2 remember they went co-champions a few times. And it's like, come on, man.
They're letting a computer decide.
Yeah, so 4 and then 4. And I agree, 4 is not enough. Now that everybody's getting paid, 4 is not enough.
I also don't love this whole committee thing where it's like, you do the eye test week to week and decide who the best team is.
But I don't know.
Like,
I don't know how you.
It just doesn't make any sense to me to do it that way either. Like, it's got to be full body of work. They almost said Miami's opening week win didn't matter with Notre Dame. And luckily it did, it ended up that way. But why would teams play a tough opening? We had one of the guys this week said, why would you play a tough opening week game if they're not going to count it?
Yeah. Well, I got to tell you, Notre Dame clearly should have been one of 12 last year. If we're just looking, and they should have been one of the 12.
Yeah, so Duke should have been a 2.
No, they shouldn't have. They had too many losses.
Should let conference champions should get in, or get rid of conference championship games altogether because it's just pointless. Like, why are we playing a conference championship game if there's nothing on the line?
That's why they're making some changes. That's why the first thing they changed, they called it the Duke rule.
Yeah, but you could still have a team with a couple of losses. I'm
not saying a couple. They didn't have a couple.
I know. But what's the point if you're going to play these conference championship games? Don't you have to let the winner
got to get rid of them
into the dance?
You need to get rid of them.
We're going to 24 games, so I guess they're going to have to. Or 24
Just get rid of them.
It's going to be a long season.
It's going to be a long season anyway. Nobody cares. All of a sudden, I don't hear.
They might stretch this thing damn near to the Super Bowl.
When those guys weren't getting paid, we were all like, it's funny. And even the schools are like, hey, these guys are here. They're on scholarship. They are student athletes. We're making them go to school. We can't make them play an NFL schedule. And then the old NIL opened up a little bit and go, well, you can still be a student athlete. And by the way, I haven't mentioned this. University of Miami had an amazing amount of their really good players graduate. And I know we don't talk about it, but there were a lot of guys that got their degree. And it was important. It was important to the parents. It was important to them. They wanted to make sure while they're at Miami, they got their degree. And I thought that was pretty cool to hear. At a recent dinner, I heard that, and I thought that's cool.
Well, it should be that way, right?
It should.
Look at the small percentage of guys that are going pro.
I know. But there are a lot of guys that, the money. Listen, I give these 18, 19, 20-year-old guys that are really good a lot of credit that they're still like going to school, because it'd be really easy. These guys are making money. Almost all these guys now are making more money than their parents and all these things, and a lot on their plate. And I'm sure, they're getting it from every direction. And the ones that are still taking time to make sure they go to class and get the degree and want to make sure they have something when they're done playing, which they should, is great. But yeah, I was glad to hear that. Hey, always glad to hear from Chris Whittingham. Talk to CBS Sports Galazzo and Apple TV MLS. We'll talk to him coming up next about the World Cup and Inter Miami and Messi and everything else soccer right after this.
Let's go. We can now prove that most of us have faces